Hello, and welcome back to episode 21 of the Rogue Hunters podcast. I am joined here with the same three boys, that being Brian
What's up?
and Waver,
Yo.
with myself being the Snickle. We have a lot of good topics to talk about this week. We're going to be talking about God of War, Resident Evil, Sony finally making a good decision, and we have an actual positive week this week. Aren't we all happy about that?
Hell yeah. And it's 420?
Yeah.
No, I'm ready to. I'm gonna find some more time. No, I'm kidding.
No, chill. This is a positive week. This is a positive week. But we will be leaving links for all articles that we discuss. If there is a article for it, we'll be leaving it in the description below so you can follow along if you want to or take a look for yourself. Also, in the description below, there's going to be links to all of our socials and everything. So Twitter's, Discord, Twitch, YouTube. Is there anything else down there that I'm missing? PSN profiles? Maybe
Discord invite, PSN profiles, Twitters. I think that's about it.
YouTubes,
YouTube.
Twitches.
Yeah, all the good stuff is down there. And we are getting close to that number 100 for the subscribers. So when when that lucky number 100 decides to subscribe, we will be playing Killzone Shadowfall on stream. And I will be doing Killzone Mercenary, so yay. We're getting there.
Well, I had an idea for another
Milestone?
like a sub goal, you know?
Oh.
But it's way out there.
Yeah, I'm scared to hear it.
If 500 subs by the end of the month, I'll change my PSN profile name and let Waves and Snickle choose it. If you hit 1,000 subs by the end of April and May, I'll let anybody choose the name.
Damn. And if we hit 1,000 by wasn't it 1,000 by the end of the year? Waves and I would play Dead or Alive Extreme 3.
Yes,
3.
so I'm gonna add to that tournament for myself since you guys be going through that tournament.
Dead or
I mean-
Alive Extreme 3 Scarlet on the PSN 4.
Shut up. But the question is it really a punishment?
I like to think it's not.
But not really. I mean,
We're gonna do it on the Rogue Hunters official PSN account.
There is one actually, everybody. I'm the only one that has the actual info to get into it, though. I got a shirt at one with you guys still.
well, it is what it is. So anyway, with all of that said, do we want to discuss what we've been playing in the past week?
Hell yeah.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Brian, you can go first.
I got 2 platinums this week.
Oh my.
I didn't play shit all last week after the podcast. But this weekend, I got bored, so I sat down. I got the platinum in Borderlands 3 for the
Nice.
PS5.
So it's
And I still
finally
got,
fixed.
Yes.
Nice.
I still got to do the DLC, but I'll be working on that throughout the week. And as of 15 minutes ago, I got the MLB The Show 17 platinum.
Nice.
Thank you. Thank you for the help, Snickle, too.
Well, no problem. It was a struggle, but it worked.
We got it. Hey, we got the hardest crap out the way, even for Snickle, so now it should be a walk in the park for him, hopefully, when he does get it done.
Yeah, when he gets it done in 3 years from now.
All right. Listen, okay, the Diamond Dynasty stuff is done, and the hard stuff is done, so we good. So Borderlands 3, they fixed it. How does that work now?
Works fine. I was so happy that I didn't have to, go back to any areas that I went through to get click, you know?
So it
The count it.
So wait, hold on. The game counted it before.
Mm-hmm.
It just didn't give you the trophy.
Exactly.
It just wasn't incrementing it in the actual trophy.
Exactly.
Stuff, I
Nice.
guess.
But it's funny because in Borderlands 3, you have separate trophies for that area. You got 1 trophy for finding all named locations. And then you got 3 separate trophies for finding all named locations on different planets. You can unlock those 3 trophies but you couldn't get the trophies for finding all the name location one.
Interesting. I mean, sure. I mean, if the game wants to work that way, then do your thing.
But they counted, and I was just playing for fun, like just going around. Like I knew what areas I'd been to, and I decided just to start doing all my side missions.
Mm-hmm.
And as I was doing my side missions, I was just uncovering areas I haven't been to yet. And so by the time I got done, I was only missing like 10 or no, 5 areas on one planet that I didn't go to. And I ended up finding them. No, there's a few spots on the maps where you actually have to be like in a certain spot for it to count, too. Like right inside a waterfall for it to count that you've been in that area, but it's not that bad.
Kind of annoying. The crazy thing is, I just can't get over how the game tracked it, but like the trophies didn't. I wonder if it had anything to do with like the trophy, like the PS5 tracking like progress for the trophies.
Maybe, but the Xbox Series, the new Xbox, it was having the same issues.
But the Xbox One wasn't?
Yeah. So the PS4 and Xbox One versions were running fine, but the Series X, the Series X and the PS5 weren't doing it.
That's really strange.
Yeah. So it was like the next gen versions weren't working.
Yeah, that's like really strange, super strange.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's good that you got it done.
Oh yeah, so I'm happy that's out the way. I had a couple messages like, "What's the hardest?" I'm at 80% done with the game. What's like the hardest trophy and what's like the grindiest? I'm like, well, grindiest is finding all 200 and something name locations. I was like, the hardest is completing all 3 Circle of Slaughters, and the Circle of Slaughter I did it solo, but I had an overpowered character and all that. But it can be really tough if you're like not high enough level and you don't know exactly what to do. Like in the second Circle of Slaughter, I actually had no ammo at the end of the last fight because I used up all my ammo, and luckily my character has the ability to hurt things with his special ability.
That's nice.
So
have you?
Yeah.
I'm with the whole like, which we'll get into later, but the whole like PS3 stuff that was happening, it made me want to like go and play like Borderlands 1, 2, and pre-sequel on the PS3. For some reason, I don't know. Like I never really like got into I never really got into the Borderlands games too much. I don't know why. It's not because of the art style. Like I don't mind playing a game for its art style. I don't know if it's just because I haven't. I don't know. I was just selective with things.
I really enjoyed the first Borderlands, actually. And Borderlands 2 has one of the best fucking villains in a while, which was Handsome Jack. And and all honesty, when you like, if you like go deep dive into like the story of Borderlands and all that, you kind of don't think that Handsome Jack is actually the villain. He could actually be the hero, but that's something you just gotta sit there and play. But fun thing about the first Borderlands, if you get into a hacked lobby or play online, some people will drop you like a hacked weapon, and it does like fucking 1 million damage, and you basically one shot everything in the game.
Yeah, I remember when I played as a kid, some dude dropped like a hacked armor piece.
Yeah, so you never lose. So your shield never goes
died,
down.
basically.
And the funny thing is, because the way the weapon works, it's put it as a shield. So it's put as a shield, or no, it's put as a grenade or something. So when something happens, it doesn't like when you do like Moxie's shit, where she like takes away like your shields and all that, that doesn't go away or anything.
Yeah, I could never get in. So fun to get like those modded weapons. Like I remember getting those for like Dead Island, the original Dead Island, when I did it like a while back, and it's just kind of like makes the game kind of fun.
It does, because you're like, hey, I'm a fucking god. Fuck y'all.
Yeah.
I could never get into Borderlands because of the art style, and because I just never got into the whole, like, Borderlands was kind of like the first looter shooter, if you think about it. So, like, the only looter shooter I ever got into was, like, the first Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
And even then, I was more into the PvP than anything, so...
Well, I think, like...
I got more into...
So I could never really get into the whole, like, looter shooter, like, get the same weapon, but now it's stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, that's, like, the annoying part that I find with, like, looter shooters is, like... And that's what kind of, like, pissed me off with, like, between, like, Destiny 1 and Destiny 2, because it's, like, you're, like, using something and you're like, I kind of like this, and then you, like, get a drop, and just because, like, the level is higher, you have to use it now, because, like, it increases your overall level. But then, like, in Destiny 1, like, that's one of the things I loved about Destiny 1 was, like, the exotics that they gave you were, like, set in stone. Like, those were the weapons. Like, none of the perks or none of the other stuff changed. So, like, when you got the icebreaker was the same for everybody. When you got the Gallahorn, it was the same for everybody. They, like, changed that in, like, Destiny 2, and I feel like Borderlands is, like, the same way, where there's not, like specifically good weapons that, like, you're going for. There probably are, but...
There are good weapons, and you have to farm them, you know, to get them.
Yeah.
But a lot of the way Borderlands came out with, like, in 2 and 3 was where you could modify your class and, like, have different class builds and all that. So it could be fun. That's what I liked about Borderlands, especially 1, because I played as Mordecai. He was, like, a sniper, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And one of his abilities, once he got fully ranked up, is that all your bullets go... The shields don't matter. His bullets will go right through people's shields and kill them.
Damn, that's crazy.
And then he had Bloodwing, which was his pet, and he would just throw it, and Bloodwing would just fly and just, like, fucking slaughter everybody.
Yeah,
I always like the point of Borderlands, like, going into a town, and you're being shot at, and you're, like, not taking no damage, you just kill everybody and just walk away, like, I'm death.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the same way with Waves. Like, I didn't really get into it, and it's not because of the art style. Like, I think mainly because when those games came out, like, I wasn't super into, like, first-person games, per se.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think, like, the whole, like, looter-shooter side of it, like, kind of just, like, deterred me away, because I don't know, I like, getting things, and, like, I like working towards, like, a common, like, item or something, and when you were, like, constantly getting, like, this and this and this, like, that's one of the things that pissed me off with, like, God, why do I always go back to this franchise? That's what pissed me off with, like, Assassin's Creed Origins and, like, Odyssey, was, like, they would drop shit, and it's just, like, random fucking stuff. Like, it doesn't mean anything.
You know what's funny is I was thinking the same thing, like, about Assassin's Creed. Like, that's my least favorite thing about Assassin's Creed right now, is, like, the whole looter-shooter aspect of it. It's like, oh, here's the same axe, but now has a bigger number and has a different color. It's like,
yeah, I mean, the nice thing about, like, Valhalla was, like, they did it for, like, specific items. So, like, you don't just get, like, a random axe or a random, like, each axe is, like, named, and they don't get, like, dropped. You get them from, like, a quest or something like that. So, like, each item has, like, it has, like, a perceived value to it, where, like, Origins and Odyssey, you know, you killed this guy and you looted him. Oh, he had this fucking random ass axe on him. He had this random ass sword on him. Now you have it. Like, that shit just pissed me off. And then you always get, like, so much stuff in your inventory, and you're just like, delete, 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 delete. Like, that shit's so irritating.
Yeah.
That happened when we played Marvel's Avengers. Like, a perfect example. Marvel's Avengers, there's no, like, set gear that you work for that's, like, the best gear to use. Like, yes, there's, like, the exotic, like, yellow stuff, but, like, they all have different perks. So it's, like, how you kind of want to play, which is nice to customize the way you want to play, but nothing's, like, set in stone. It's irritating. And then that game had no, like, automatic, like, disposal of items. So, like, every time you did a mission, you would get, like, dozens of items dropped, and you'd have to manually go through and delete, and delete, and delete, and delete. Like, it was so irritating.
Well, the way I probably played Borderlands the wrong way. People probably will say that, but I'll find a weapon, like, especially once I hit, like, level 50 or whatever, or 55, and I'll get a weapon. And I'm like, oh, I really like this. Oh, it does a lot of damage. I keep the weapons. I don't change out my loadout after a certain while. I'm like, okay, I'm good. I usually keep a shotgun, a sniper rifle, you carry like 4 different weapons on you, and I find like some that have like really good high damage. The only thing I really change out on my guy is like a shield or a grenade, because the grenades are funny, can be funny in a game. Even some of the new guns, they got like guns with legs. They got a gun that shoots guns.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, I don't think there's like a wrong way to play it. Like that's just the way you play. Like I hate when people say that shit. Like people would come into my streams all the time when I was playing like Odyssey, and they'd be like, "What's your character build?" Blah 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 blah. I'm like, "Are you like, this is Assassin's Creed? What the fuck are you talking about? Like I'm playing the game.
Right.
What do you mean? What the fuck is my character build? I'm playing the game. Like, does it matter if I have a 25 stealth or 24 stealth? Like, it doesn't fucking matter. Like,
I mean, there's definitely like a dominant
matter in Odyssey. So
yeah.
I mean, there's definitely like a dominant strategy or whatever.
Well, yeah,
when you play a game, but like, at the end of the day, it's how you want to play it, and not like how some guide or how some other person's telling you how to play it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. There's
like, you could get like the most like stealth action game and just straight up play as a third-person shooter if you want to.
Well, yeah, that's like a perfect example of that is like Hitman Absolution. Like Hitman games are supposed to be like you're supposed to like social stealth, blend with people, like do stuff stealthily, but like you can legitimately play that whole game as a third-person shooter and get the platinum, like no problems at all.
Yeah, like a perfect example of Borderlands, because I play with my one buddy once in a while, and he's like, "Oh, well, let's go on top of that hill and look." I'm like, "All right, go ahead." And he's like, "I'm on the top of the hill. Where are you?" I'm like, "I'm inside killing everybody." He's like, "Oh, I thought we were gonna take this like strategically." I'm like, "This is Borderlands. It's just pure chaos. It's just go in and kill."
Yeah, there's nothing like strategic, which like is sad because there's certain games that should be played that way, like the original like Ghost Recon games were all like that. They were all like stealth and like you doing your mission like silently, and then you play like Wildlands and Breakpoint, and it's like literal madness. Like, oh, there's aliens over here in the corner. Go take his butt. Like it's like ridiculous. But I would love to like get into those games, and by get into them I mean like play them and then move on. Just to experience them.
I usually keep my saves, so once you ever do go into them, just let me know and I'll jump on with you.
Sounds like a plan. All right, well, it
Yeah,
sounds like a pretty good week.
I was gonna say I wanted to get at least through like the first Borderlands on the PS3.
Yeah, I would love to do all the PS3 Borderlands, and well, I guess I'll talk about that like later in this, but like what I'm planning on doing. But did you play? What's up?
I'd like to do Borderlands 1 and 2 on the PS3 because I have those on my account. I'm not really feeling on like buying them again on the PS4. So
you gonna do pre-sequel on the 3?
No, I'm probably just gonna do those two.
Damn.
I'll do the pre-sequel with you.
He said numbers. All right, that's fine. Yeah, I'm down. Did you play any more RE7, Brian?
No, but I didn't have much time throughout the week, so sadly it's sitting and looking right at me like, you want to play me. I will play it.
RE7 is such a good fucking game.
Mm-hmm.
I know, I'm really into it. I got really into it for that little bit of time I played.
I haven't played the demos for RE8 yet, but I've been hearing good things. They're also being like really stupid with the demos for some reason. But
the timing or whatever.
Yeah, with the timings, and then like after that day, then you can't. After those 8 hours, you can't play that demo again.
Yeah, we'll talk about that one. Yeah,
it's so weird. Yeah, it's dumb.
It's one of our topics.
But yeah,
that's nice.
I'm excited for RE8.
Yeah, same. All right, well, that's all you've been playing.
Mm-hmm.
How about you, Wave?
I haven't been playing that much. I mean, other than like Soul Calibur 2 before the podcast. But,
hell yeah!
Nice.
let me pull up the facts here. A little bit of Jedi Academy. I don't know. I've been playing on my PC mostly because I just haven't had time. I got these games called the Dread X Collection. I know you've seen this movie, Snickle, VHS.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's basically VHS but with games,
Wait, what?
short games. You know how like VHS is like a bunch of like short films, like short horror films, inside of one big film.
Yeah,
big horror film. It's essentially the same but with games. So it's like one big game, and inside of that game, there's seven short horror games. They're all first-person shooters, also, but actually no, they're all shooters, and they all play differently, and they all have distinct art styles. So like the first game is low poly, and it kind of takes inspiration from Fatal Frame.
Okay.
So you kill ghosts with by taking a picture of them.
Okay.
And then the second game is a whole like Nintendo 64 art style. Even like the vibe and everything is Nintendo 64. The menus. It's called. I think the short game's called Uktena 64.
Mm-hmm.
And then the third game's fucking weird. There's a game out there called Golden Light. If you want to, you can find a video of it. That game's weird, and that game, the short game that I'm talking about, is also made by the people who made that game. And then the other games have like different stuff. Also, my favorite one of them is one where you have to manually reload a bullet into a rifle. So you have to like pull off the I don't know the names of like gun parts, but you gotta like pull out the fucking chamber and then take out the bullet and then put in the bullet, put it in the chamber, push the chamber in every single time you shoot at least once.
Damn.
And so it kind of creates like this whole, and they're all short horror games, so like it works with the whole vibe. So like if you're getting chased by people, you have one shot, so you have to make that one shot count to hit that one guy, and it's always a one shot kill. But if you miss it, then there's a whole like reloading process to get the gun to work again. So that's what I've been playing.
Damn.
Well, you talking about that makes me want like I wish that there was more like horror games that were like actually horror games. Like I miss like those cheesy like, even though like you can only like play it one time and it's over, but like cheesy like jump scares and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we don't even get like horror games anymore at all, honestly.
No.
Well, if you
Really
have like a strong, you don't even need like that strong of a PC, really. I'd recommend this. It's called Dread X Collection: The Hunt.
Okay.
That's, I don't know if you remember, but like I talked about like I started making a game or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Those games kind of like got my creative juices going, because I was like, it's a pretty cool concept. Like I've never played a game that is trying to be like VHS or whatever, where it's like it's short games inside of a game or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's cool. I'd recommend it.
Very nice, Waves.
Nice.
Very nice. What about
What have you been
Snickle?
playing, Snickle?
I gotta pull the date up because I don't even know what's been up. So we did the 14th. I really haven't been playing too much. Well, I mean, I guess I've been playing like a decent amount, but I really haven't been earning any trophies. But I've been playing, so MLB 17 The Show mainly is what I've been playing. Brian and I were working, we basically were working together to get cards because you needed them for the online event. There's like a program that you can do to get cards. So we were playing against each other to do that. And then in my like free time when I wasn't like boosting the other game I was playing, I was working towards the, what is it, Conquer mode? Is that what it is? Conquest?
Conquest.
Yeah, I was working towards the Conquest in Diamond Dynasty, which is kind of like, I was gonna say it's kind of like Risk. It's kind of like Risk, but not like exactly like Risk. You have to like take over 5 strongholds in the Conquest mode in Diamond Dynasty. So I was working on that, and then that's basically like all I was doing because I didn't really know how to do that mode, and I was playing it and I was being stupid, and then I realized there's like a way easier way to do it, and then I helped Brian do it in like one night. So trial and error. But
hopefully the 2 a.m. nights are done for about a week or two.
Nah, probably more than that. We were only up because of MLB, but I worked through and got done all of the Diamond Dynasty stuff for 17. There was like a few other random things, like Brian and I were working on getting the nameplates, which was irritating. We were working on getting a silver level mission, which was kind of annoying, but like probably not really by the time we finished. And
I
then
think the most annoying thing though was the diamond fucking gear.
yeah, the diamond
One
equipment.
piece of diamond gear.
Yeah, that was really irritating. So we got done the whole like Diamond Dynasty mode, and then it turns out the gear that, which I actually really like this. By the way, I love the way that the show works with like Diamond Dynasty and like equipment and all that, because like if you earn something in Diamond Dynasty, you can use it in Road to the Show. So you can use it on your created character, and like the players that you unlock in Diamond Dynasty don't have contracts, so you can literally use them as many times as you want to, which is like so nice. Like I fucking hate contracts and like Ultimate Team and My Team and all that. Like just first of all, the cards are like impossible to get, and then on top of it, I have to pay, like continue to pay to use them with contracts. Like this is stupid. Just a gimme for extra money. But no, we finished that up. We got the equipment thing like right before we started the podcast, which was kind of annoying, but Brian like figured out how to do it. So I just have to play through the Road to the Show, and I'll have that platinum. And then I've been playing Grid Auto Sport on the PS3. Nothing crazy there. You have to get to level 250 combined through 5 disciplines, so you have to get level 50 in each discipline, which doesn't sound bad at first, but it takes 1,000,000 XP to get to level 50 in a discipline, and you get around 4,000 XP a race. So you can do the math, and a race takes, between loading times and everything, a race can take like 2 to 3 minutes. So if anyone wants to break down the math there, it's a long fucking time. But
And that's just for the online?
Yeah, that's just for the online.
Oh, okay.
I got one discipline to level 50. I have another discipline to level like 35 right now. And I've been trying to sign on. I think they reset weekly, but there's like challenges that you can do every week, which give like a boatload of XP. I think you can get like 50k XP or something like that, or maybe even more if you get a gold to diamond or gold to platinum rating in the challenges. So it's just free XP. So you might as well get on and do it. But it's a fucking process. I knew it was a process going into it, but it's like, I don't know. I don't want to say it's the worst grind that I've done, because I've done like Far Cry 2 and stuff, but it's up there.
I feel like most like old car games, I say old, but like PS3 car games like require you to do a lot.
Well, some of them actually don't. Like some of them aren't that bad. Like if you look at Grid 2 compared to Grid Autosport, like it's crazy the difference, because I'm trying to find it right now. But Grid 2 you can do in like maybe 2 days. Like it doesn't take long at all. You have to do this. So you have to do an online endurance race, you have to do an individual global challenge, which I think that may like unlock right when you load the game up. I don't know. You have to upgrade a car. You have to beat a rival, reach level 10, do 5 races, and won a race in an upgraded car. And you have to win a week of global challenge, which I forget what that means. And then win an online playlist event. So like, it's really not a lot compared to like Autosport, which is like, get 250 total levels combined through all disciplines. And it's like, oh my God, like, not even comparable. Which is kind of stupid, but yeah. That's what I've been working on for Grid Autosport. But I'm planning on focusing on a lot of like PS3 games, if not like exclusively PS3 games, for the unforeseen future. So
we're getting so close to the good Star Wars games on the PS4.
I know.
Right.
I know,
Hitman.
but get this. Hold on, get this. I'm work exclusively on PS3 games, but do you know what PS3 Star Wars game there is?
Lego Star Wars 3, baby.
Yep, but there's another one.
Star Wars Republic Heroes.
Yep.
Star Wars The Clone Wars. The Clone Wars
Heroes.
Republic Heroes.
Yep.
You gotta do Star Wars Pinball.
All right, calm down. We're not going that far. But
you need to do Super Star Wars as well.
let's not go that
Oh
far.
no, that's on a 4.
Yeah, that's
Real Star Wars fans do Star Wars, Super Star Wars.
yeah. That one's gonna be like when I have nothing else left to do. But nah, I think I'm just gonna be like exclusively on the PS3. Like I'm gonna be doing things like here and there on the PS4. Like Brian and I are gonna keep doing the show games, and there's like a few other games, and like I kind of AFK some stuff on the PS4. But yeah,
I need you to buy a Euro copy of Star Wars Republic Commando also,
well,
because I'm trying to do that too.
they need to have a Star Wars sale and sell what is it, Jedi Fallen Order as well.
Yeah, that too.
A two for one. But no, that's really all I've been playing this week. Just the show and Grid Autosport. I've been putting like most of my time into Grid Autosport just because it's not gonna get done unless I do it. So I have to kind of do it, or I don't have to do it, but I want to get it done. And then I was really just playing the show. Like honestly, I was playing the show for fun. So it just turns out that I had to play the conquest mode, so I was playing the conquest mode for fun.
Yeah, I was thinking about like focusing on PS3. That's like kind of the good thing about like the whole PS3 being announced to like close. It kind of got me like, wow, there's a lot of PS3 games I want to play.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the same way, and I was talking about this the other night with Brian, which, I mean, we'll be talking about this, like, more in detail as, like, a topic, but, like, typically when I was doing, like, my series, like, when I was focusing on series, like, for instance, Just Cause, if I was going to do the Just Cause series, I would do, like, Just Cause 2, 3, and 4, right? Like, you would do them sequentially. I think what I'm going to start doing now is I'm going to focus on, like, I'll do the series, but I'm only going to do it on the PS3. So if I do the Just Cause series, I'm just going to do Just Cause 2 for now. Or, like, if I'm going to do, like, a series that's, like, split between, like, the PS3 and PS... Like, if I'm going to do the Call of Duties, I'm just going to do the Call of Duties on the PS3.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of just, like, focus doing that. So
Okay.
it's going to be somewhat my goal moving forward. But I'm also going to be doing, like, a lot of... I think me and, like, Cats, and then you and I, like, you guys have talked about it, too, like, doing some, like, stupid multiplayer games on the PS3, but...
Yeah.
That's just gonna come down the line when the time comes. So
Yeah, I need to finish up Most Wanted also. Just thought about that.
yeah, Waves and I gotta help Waves finish Most Wanted if he needs people, which he's going to need people at some point, and then we gotta do Shift and Shift 2 Waves.
Yeah, you're gonna give me that DLC, right?
I mean, if it has to be that way.
Well, you know what I mean. Well, I said after MLB The Show 17, I was going to start something. I guess I should start it this weekend then.
I know what it is. What is
it, Snickle?
It's Far Cry 2, baby!
Yep.
I knew it. It's not bad. Wait, are you in a group for War Party? That's like the only thing you should use PSMP for.
That's all I'm going to find. But I'm just going to order a second copy of the game too, and then I'll just use both my PS3s because I got my R1 coming in next week.
Yeah, and then I can, if I'm not using mine for Grid, I can pop another one on. It's not the end of the world. Awesome. It's easier to do it with 3 people. It's really honestly like that was one game that I finished, and I was like, man, people really make this shit like as hard as shit. Like it really is, and like. Once you do the multi-kill stuff and you do the revive stuff, which you can do the revive... If you have enough people, you can do the revive stuff in, like, 2 matches. You can get 500 revives in 2 matches, I'm pretty sure. Right. It's really easy. But, like, I think all in all, me doing just, like, the kills by myself, which is, like, a majority of the time, I think it may have taken me 40 hours. So, like, it's really not... It's still a lot of time, but it's not that bad.
I think that's just going to be something where I just work on after work or whatever, you know?
Yeah, I would always work on it, like, I would work on it before I, like, basically, like, before I work out, I always drink pre-workout, and I usually do it, like, a half an hour to an hour before, so I'll always do, like, something stupid, like, I won't, like, invest my time into, like, a single-player game in that time period, because, like, I don't want to get deep into something and then be like, fuck, I'm trying to finish this. Like, no, I'm trying to do something else right now. It's just a waste time. So I would usually do it then, and then like late at night or something when I wasn't like streaming, I would just like put some shit on in the background and just do it.
Yeah, there's like 1, 2, 3. There's like 5 different boosting sessions for War Party right now. So
Ooh, Snickle.
Hmm.
We gotta do Dead Space 3.
I'm down. I'm down to do all
I
the
own
Dead
that.
Space games. Like, I'm down to do all of them, but...
I've been asking Snickle for like 3 years.
Look, Waves has been asking me to do a lot of things, and, like, I just... It's
Hey,
hard,
Waves.
man. When I got like 600 PS3 games, like, it's hard to do them all.
If he doesn't
Like,
do it with you, Waves, I'll do it with you because I own the Dead Space every Dead Space game now.
I'm just looking through like all like I just put like my list in just PS3 games. I'm just looking at them and like I deadass only have like a few Ratchet and Clank games to like
actually
get done. Yeah, like to have the entire series done.
The crazy thing is, I played Dead Space 3 back when it came out for a Let's Play on Trophy Hunters Gaming, and I don't even know, like, what fucking, like, what I got done in the game. Like, I literally played through just for that, so I'm probably gonna have to start the game, like, over again, and we can play it on, like, I guess, what's the hardest? Survival mode?
Hardcore?
Or classic or something? We'll have to play it on, like, yeah, maybe hardcore, and then, I don't know. I guess hardcore's the hardest. But yeah, we can play through and like try to get that.
I
have
played
like
the shit like a little bit back in 2016, and then that was it. I think that's when they gave it for free.
Yeah, I played it like I did like a whole like let's play on it, but there's like I made a list like last week. I don't remember when it was last week, but I made a list of like all my games that I like need DLC for or multiplayer for. So yeah.
Yeah, well, we're all gonna have to actually sit down and figure out a rotation now, a new rotation for what we were doing.
I think I might do Ratchet. I might start Ratchet and Clank soon. I only have, including stacks, I only have 6 games to do. Not including stacks, I only have 4.
On the PS3 or Ratchet and Clank?
Ratchet and Clank.
Oh, I was gonna say, so I made a list of the PS3 games that I still need to do multiplayer for, and it's around 95.
Bruh. I haven't made.
It's around 95. But to be fair, I think I have some of these done already. Like, I have, like, Batman Arkham Origins on here, which doesn't really matter. Like, Bioshock 2 is... Like, I put anything on here. So, like, Bioshock 2 is easy. Pretty sure I have Borderlands 1 done. Like, I have World at War done. I need to do DOA 5. And I have DOA Ultimate on here. Like, I just have, like, a few on here that I need to kind of, like, look at. But,
I need to do the one online trophy in Serious Sam 3.
yeah, we have to do that as well. I'm down to do that, but I think the most fun, like, okay, I do a lot of stupid boosting, but I will admit the most fun about boosting is like when we're sitting here and literally watching like Borat 2 while we're boosting. Like,
Yeah.
that shit makes me fucking die. Like, we watch, so we were boosting, Brian and I were playing, I was playing Grid Autosport last night with Cats, and then Brian was doing MLB The Show. He was doing the Conquest mode, and I was trying to, like, walk him through how to do that. And while that was happening, we watched Borat 2, and then we watched The Dictator. Like, we just find, like, the most random-ass movies to watch.
It's either random-ass movies or we find a way to make the boosting interesting, like when me and you were trying to see how many pitchers we could get thrown out of game before
Yeah.
we lose.
Yeah, I thought, like, that's how I like to do boosts. And, like,
Right.
I don't think I've ever done, like, a big boost with random people where we've done that, other than maybe, like, Star Wars Battlefront 2 when we, like, started to do XP boosting before they added in that co-op mode. We were doing the heroes versus villains shit, and we were...
Right.
I forget what we watched that night. We watched,
Mac and Me.
Yeah,
Mac and Me.
we watched Mac and Me, that's right. And I remember we
We've
watched it
watched
with
Mac and
everybody.
Me,
There was,
like-
like, 8 of us there. We all watched it.
We've watched Mac
yeah.
and Me like multiple times.
And that was like a fucking 12-hour boost.
Yeah. Mac and Me is... classic. That's a class. I got that shit downloaded on my Google Drive. That's a classic right there. But no, I like boost. Like, I don't mind boosting if like that's shit that's going on in the background. Like, I don't even give it. Like, we can go binge watch Sons of Anarchy. Like, I don't care. We can do anything. Like,
From
shit,
the X-Men cartoon series, like
I'm like, we can binge watch TV shows. Like, I don't like. I would be doing that anyway if I wasn't boosting. So might as well boost, get something done, and binge watch a TV show while I'm at it. Like.
Well, we started watching last night. After we were watching the Grand Tour.
I turned Top Gear, like, I turned
That's
a
it.
Top Gear episode on from like right before they all got fired, or what's his name got fired,
Yeah.
another 2 left. But yeah, I mean that's the way that I like to boost my games. And
Hey, I'm down anytime for that.
yeah, I think it just makes it more interesting. And like if you're watching something that's funny, it just makes it like just makes the boosting so much better. Because like I remember doing boosting, like I've done like a few boosts, but I think the worst boost I ever did, which I think Waves also did it, was this boost literally ruined my weekends when it came around. But it was Star Wars Battlefront 1 DLC. I wanted to hang myself by my toes. Like that boost was so bad.
And I still didn't get all the DLC done because they fucking it fell apart like close to the end.
I'm still surprised that I got that game done, but like boosting that DLC was the worst thing I've ever done in a game when it comes to online. And it's partially because the way that the boost was run, there was no organization at all. There was somewhat of organization, but like it wasn't anything spectacular. But it just felt like a free-for-all and people weren't listening. And then like it would take like 15 minutes to start a match because people weren't listening, or we didn't have enough people, or people didn't know what mode to search for, or people weren't searching on the right server, or like just use your brain. Like, come on now. Like, it's not hard.
Like they would there would be people just straight up. I remember when we did that one where it was like the one where you get into ATST and you step on people. I forget that name of the trophy.
Oh, it's you have to murder like 25. It's called crush them with one swift stroke. Yeah,
that one. They just straight up were like, everybody who needs it, go run to the ATST. It was like, what?
If you need it, run to the ATST, and it's like first come, first serve, and then you have like one idiot in the corner who's like shooting the ATST because he's not in the chat. And they wanted you to be in the voice chat, but you didn't have to talk. You just had to be in there so like you could hear. And like that shit would go all day on Sundays. They only did Sundays for some reason. Only Sunday, and it would go all day. We'd be in that fucking chat from like 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Yeah,
to get one DLC done.
That fucking boost destroyed my weekend every weekend.
Yeah.
This is why I'm glad we keep our boosting circle very small and people that know how to read and actually have common sense.
That's why I'm glad like we stopped doing like big boosts that require like 40 fucking people.
Yeah. Battlefront 1 was like, that was awful. That boost was awful.
Like, I know I want to go back to some other fucking boosts or trophies, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not ever asking any of you to do these. You guys already did it. I'm like, no, I'm not putting them through that fucking hell.
There's some stuff I still need to finish in Battlefront 2 also.
Yo, get it done. That game's fun.
It is. It's just I have the fucking.
Hold on. I gotta go check this man. This man said.
I'm telling you right now. Okay, I have the 25 headshots with the long blaster rifle left, which I don't think count in the co-op mode.
They don't. People said they did, but they don't. So that's a fucking lie.
Then defeat 50 enemies using dual proton torpedoes with the bomber ship class into 25 objectives in the Starship Assault.
Okay, the 25 objectives is easy. It just takes time. Mm-hmm. The launch heroes in multiplayer, you can do that in the co-op, I believe. Mm-hmm. So you only have to do the scoped and the bomber one, but the scope one you can boost that. You just need 4 people. Like I'll download the game if you need someone. Same thing with the bomber one. Like I think you can do that with 4 maybe. I don't know how many you need to start that game mode, but you can just change the server to like, I don't know, North Korea or something, and then no one will be on it.
Yeah, we put something weird on ours. So.
I mean, I could just go in one and just try to destroy as many of the fucking AIs as possible.
The problem is the proton torpedo is like poo-poo.
Yeah.
So it's just like, and
it's just
50,
gonna take time.
Yeah, and 50 is like a pain in the ass. That was another game that almost gave me an aneurysm, and it wasn't the game, it was someone that we were playing with, and I legitimately wanted to gouge my eyeballs out.
Yeah.
And I won't say any names, but people that were there know exactly who it was, and I refuse to ever play a game with this person ever again.
Mm-hmm. That was the second time.
Yeah, that was
aneurysm.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I heard Waves had an aneurysm over Assassin's Creed Brotherhood 2. That was not good.
We won't talk about that.
No, we're not. This is supposed to be a positive week, so let's
Yeah,
move
yeah,
on.
it's a positive week, positive week, positive week. The
What-
positivity
what's
coming
our
out of this is
timestamp at?
we gonna be boosting some PS3 games, and we gonna be having fun. So if anyone wants to play any of these poopy PS3 games that we're doing, you're glad to join. We watching stupid shit while we boost it.
Yep.
Hell yeah, we're gonna be doing Bioshock 2.
Yes.
Yep.
We're gonna be
My
doing
copy came in.
We're doing everything. BioShock 2, Max Payne 3. I don't even know what the fuck else. Binary Domain, Red Faction,
Puppeteer.
Gorilla.
Oh no, that's me.
The
Yeah, that's just
Mag.
you. Mag. We bringing the servers back.
We turning them back on, baby.
Jim Ryan said it himself. Mag servers coming back, so get the copies ready.
We're doing Dark Souls. We're doing Dark Souls 2.
Demon Souls.
Doing Demon Souls.
Drop me the items, please, please. I need them. Nah, but for real, we are anything that we haven't done that's like kind of a big game we're doing. Like, I think the biggest. Let me look through my game. Let me do a quick glance through. I'll give you guys the big uns that we're doing. So, for me personally, Bad Company 1 is the absolute last game that I'm ever gonna do. So, just letting you know.
Why?
I just don't want to put myself through it until I'm done everything else. So.
So 5
and-
years from now, you'll be getting your Bad Company 1 multiplayer guide video.
I don't even know if I'd make a guide for that one. But so Bad Company 1, Waves and I are going to attempt to do Fat Princess. It's delisted too, so that's money right there.
I
Binary,
got that delisted DLC also.
hell yeah, I got that PSN Volume 1 collection. That's money right now. Printed money. We're doing Binary Domain. I don't even consider BioShock 2 a hard boost. Like, that's easy. I want to do all the
Just
Call of
takes a
Duties
while.
at some point, and by all, I really mean only Black Ops 1, maybe Black Ops 2. Even though I can't do Black Ops 2, I would do the DLCs. DOA 5. I don't
Which
really know if
honestly,
there's-
you and I can do that one together. Like,
Yeah.
Just turn it on over the day or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing like like there's nothing like huge. Like, there's a lot of games that I want to do. Like, I want to get all the Dragon Ball games done at some point. Let me see. I need to do Little Big Planet 2. I'm fucking around. Another big game is like Medal of Honor Warfighter. I don't know if I'm gonna actually do that.
Isn't that one unobtainable?
I think they fixed it. I think they fixed
Oh.
it. Yeah, I mean, none of these are honestly like too bad. I would say the worst ones are gonna be Battlefield Bad Company, Red Faction Gorilla, if that ever happens. I want to do, which I don't know if I'm gonna be able to, but I want to do Test Drive Unlimited 2. And then I think that's really like it. Like there's other ones that are big, but I don't consider them to be hard. Like the Chronicles of Riddick is like a long game, but it's not a hard like boost. It just takes time. So, and Waves and I got to do Never Dead for the Rebby-verse.
I need to find out how to get that, and I need to get money to get that.
The fucking Rebby-verse, boys. Oh, you know what else? You know what else I have on the list, Waves? Just for my friend Waves over here, I got Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2 on the list because it does have online trophies.
We're not gonna get that done.
Oh, come on.
I played the online for that for like a little bit. Those servers are fucking disgusting.
All right, well, we can give it some... We can have hope. But... all
Well,
right,
if it doesn't work out, the remaster is coming out like next month, I think.
the remaster. That's what I like to hear.
Oh yeah, the remaster.
But yeah, so we're gonna be. I mean, I'm personally going to be. I guess you guys will be if we are gonna do it together, and we'll talk. We got a whole topic coming up on that, so we'll just keep moving on. So, have you guys picked any games up this week?
Not really. The games I've ordered for like physical editions, came in the mail.
Mhm.
Like The Darkness 2
Nice.
came in. That was sealed, actually.
That's kind of nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you open it?
No, not yet. I'm
I-
kind of.
I accidentally bought a copy of The Darkness 2 that was like some weird ass like cover art. I don't think it was like a limited edition, but like it was kind of nice looking.
Yeah. You Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, like Game of Year editions,
Mm-hmm.
came in. Now you ordered one off Amazon too, right? Was it New Vegas or was it Fallout 3, Snickle?
I bought New Vegas because I had the I have a Fallout 3 case with a Fallout 3 Game of the Year edition inside of it. So I don't know how that happened, but that's fine with
Well,
me.
My question for you, did it come in? And if it did, was yours in English and Espanol as well?
Yeah, it's like the greatest hits ones that you buy off of Amazon are like doubles for some reason.
Yeah. I thought it was just Amazon loaded me with Espanol crap because it did the same thing with me with MLB 18. So
I think mine was like English and French.
Wait, hold on. I have mine sitting right over here. Also did that for it did the same thing for Skyrim too.
I might go get mine real quick.
Yeah, it's English and Spanish.
And let's see what else came in. Oh, the BioShock collection for 1 and 2, so I have all the DLC.
Nice.
Hey.
And I forgot what the... There's another game I got. I can't remember what it was. Something else came in. Oh, Operation Raccoon City.
Nice. I actually bought that DLC before they delisted it. Fun fact.
Operation Raccoon City?
Yeah.
Which one's got delisted?
I think they're both delisted. You can't buy either one of them.
Well,
I
we saw them like on there last week.
They're on there, but you couldn't. They had no prices.
No, they had prices.
They have prices.
You sure?
About $10.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
we
okay.
bought them.
Someone told me that they were down. Like you couldn't buy them.
No, I bought them.
Oh, okay, good.
Snickle,
I bought
Snickle's
them.
trying
I bought them like 2 years ago. So apparently.
Snickle's trying to put these misinformation out there.
I'm just saying that's what I heard, and when I went on the store, they weren't showing a price. Maybe they weren't showing a price because I bought them already, but it didn't say download, so I don't know. Typically,
Yeah,
it shows
so-
a price.
Driver.
That's what came in for me, and it's kind of funny because now that I saw like the cover for Fallout 3, it just brought back memories, and I'm itching to play fucking Fallout now.
Dang, nice.
That's a game I need to go back to. I couldn't get into Fallout 3, and it's like the whole... Everything has like this green tint on it. It just makes me feel
I
barfy.
understand that, but it's more nostalgic for me, and I know a lot of people. Oh, New Vegas is better. I love Fallout 3 over New Vegas.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like New
I
Vegas
love
has a really
Fallout
good
2, though.
better story, and it's New Vegas is better on PC anyway for the mods and all that. So,
I think all the Bethesda games in general are better
oh yeah,
on PC.
100. But I'm such on a freaking Fallout kick right now. I got Fallout 76 on my list, and I'm like, man, I wonder if anybody has like just run me through this game and help me get all the fucking trophies.
There's got to be somebody, or there's got to be something.
I might ask on my Twitter. I know there's plenty of people that have it because I would love to get back and just get that platinum.
Did that Wasteland update add trophies or no?
The Wasteland, yeah, it added 10 trophies,
Oh, okay.
but it's already past that. Like the Brotherhood of Steel, they added a couple months ago. That didn't add trophies though.
That's weird.
Yeah,
I hate it when it's like that. Like some get trophies, but some don't. Like,
yeah.
how am I supposed to be ready?
Wastelanders though was really helped the game, I think, though, because the game I played since day one before, or I owned the game since day one, and I never really had problems with the game.
Nice. Yeah, I would love to do that. Like, I'm the same. It's crazy because I'm the same way with like Borderlands and like Fallout, like all those games that are like, it's not even like serious, but like even doing like Skyrim. Like, there's just so many games that I want to play that like, I know I'm gonna have to invest time into, and I don't have a problem with that. But it's like deciding which one I want to do. So
Right, it's almost getting back to the random number generator. But I don't want to go to that fucking extent because that could be hell.
nah, the problem with that is I haven't like kept my list up to date, so like that's why I had to make a new list, and then I don't know. I think part of me just needs to like pick a game and just do it and call it a day. I think
That's what I did.
like
That's what I'm doing. Like MLB the show's done, so next will be I want to work on Borderlands 3, get that done, get all that DLC out the way, and then I'll worry about our crap.
yeah, I just wanna. I think I just need to focus on shit and like move on instead of like. Or like focus, I don't know, or go like alphabetical or something. I have no fucking idea, but
I don't know. All I know, I'll do Borderlands 1, 2, and pre-sequel if you on the PS3.
hell
So,
yeah.
We'll both do Borderlands 1 and 2.
Hey, if we do an alphabetical, I got to start with Air Conflicts, Vietnam on the PSN3.
Shut the fuck up.
You already got the deal. You already got the line done for that.
I know I gotta finish it up. The question is, do I do stuff on my list or do I put new stuff? Because if I'm putting new stuff, the one that's up there is Africa. So
Hell yeah. I'm trying to see that.
you trying?
Fuck yeah.
I'm trying to take a picture of some sacks. You feel me?
Huh? I need to go after that.
No,
What else is podcast, everybody?
Well, catch you next week. No, but that's
shortest
nice, Brian.
podcast yet.
I've been when the whole like store thing happened, I did the same thing where I was looking at physical games while I was going through my DLCs. So, I think I don't know if it was last week's podcast. I picked up Fallout New Vegas Ultimate Edition, so I have that.
Nice.
I bought Skyrim Ultimate Edition,
Okay.
and then I also bought the Dragon Age Origins Ultimate Edition, which supposedly comes with all the DLC, and I also bought, which I didn't really have to, but I was just like, I kind of want it. I bought the Mass Effect Trilogy physical, because I didn't feel like buying Mass Effect 1 on the store, and it was like, it cost just as much to buy the trilogy physical than to buy Mass Effect 1 digitally, so yeah.
Have you seen the trailer that compares like the old version to the new version?
No.
They like fucked up that new version, dude.
What is the lighting fucked up? Because I feel like that's what they do for remasters or remakes. They like fuck the lighting up.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, that's sad. All I'm gonna say to people, I'm gonna say the same thing I said before. Even though the big bad isn't happening anymore, still try to find like these ultimate editions, because I learned about something the other day that I didn't even know existed. But you can get Castlevania 1. They make a Castlevania 1 like ultimate edition or something, which comes with all the DLC and Mirrors of Fate HD, and that the DLC for that is delisted, so you can still get that DLC somehow.
Comes with Mirrors of Fate also.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's actually like a decent price, but I don't know how like rare. The one that I was looking at was kind of like rare, so, or it was like kind of expensive. So I would just keep an eye out for those things before you go spending like stacks on DLC, because I was trying to do that for like Mass Effect 3, but an Ultimate Edition doesn't exist for Mass Effect 3, so that's fun.
So did you pick up anything?
No, that's all I picked up.
No, I mean, I only picked up one thing.
Yeah, what did you pick up anything, Wave?
I only picked up one thing.
What was it?
Near Replicant version 1 point whatever.
Is that on the floor?
Yeah, it's coming out on Friday, so.
Can you pick up Near Replicant on the PS3?
You got like $80 for me?
Man, this shit in some fucking wingdings over here. I can't even read it.
Let me see.
The trophy list.
Yeah, it's all in Japanese. I wonder how much that is to like have it brought over here.
I mean, I don't know. These trophies, yo, the nice thing, you can have that Google Translate extension. Should fucking highlight it. The platinum description says, "I really thank you."
This shit probably went up in price because of the fucking
the PlayStation
remaster.
Oh, the remaster? Yeah, that's true. Well, Nier was like,
damn, Nier's like $70 already.
That shit was always kind of like pricey. I remember when I found it, I was like, damn. Dude, I love that. I love doing that back in the day. Like, I mean, I guess you can still do it at stores like Second and Charles or like mom and pop shops, but like going to GameStop and finding these games was like That shit was so exhilarating.
I bought that shit for like, I want to say $30. Yeah.
I think I
Not
got
bad.
it for like I'm pretty sure I got it at GameStop back when it was like they were doing the 20 or 30% off, and it was 20,
Oh,
so I
yeah.
got it for like 17.99 or whatever.
So to get a used copy of Near Replicant imported from Japan, it's $52.86. To get a brand new copy is $63.33.
I mean, it's not awful really if you think about it.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not awful.
That's crazy. This shit's like $70.
Damn, you know what other game I remember buying when GameStop did that 30% off? Brian will love this one. Saw 2.
Oh, you be quiet.
I bought that shit for like $12.
Snickle's fucking evil for that. You're evil for that, Snickle. You know he's like suffering trying to find that, and you're over here
I found it.
rubbing it
He
in his
found it.
face.
He found it. He just didn't spend $12.
No, I spent like $30.
Dude, that was just like, I mean, I'm sure you guys did it, but like just going to GameStop and like finding like obscure ass games there all the time. Like I remember seeing like Saw 1 and Saw 2 there, like getting those. Like there's just like certain games that you just never see, and when you see them, you're like, oh fuck, that's crazy.
I kind of wish I would have picked up like the Spider-Man games when I saw them all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always said, I'll come back later at some other time.
Exactly.
But you know what?
But then they stopped.
And Lollipop Chainsaw and Splatterhouse.
Yes, Splatterhouse took me a minute to find. Lollipop Chainsaw, I don't remember like searching too hard, but like back when I used to buy these games, like I didn't spend over like $20. Like if a game was more than $20, I didn't touch it. So
Yeah.
like these crazy ass like games that are like crazy expensive now, I barely paid anything. Because you know what games I never bought because they've actually like reversed now, they're actually cheaper, is the Lego games.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that?
Oh, really?
Yeah, they used to be expensive.
Yeah, you would go to GameStop and buy a Lego game, and it would be going for like $25-$30. Like it was like Indiana Jones 2, like Pirates of the Caribbean, like the like older ones were going for like that much, and even like the newer ones were too. And that's why that's one of the reasons why I never played Lego games on the PS3, because they were so goddamn expensive to buy them secondhand.
You can get them on PS Now.
Yeah. You can get them new for like $10 on Amazon now. It's crazy how they've like flipped. Cause I remember I played Lego Star Wars the Complete Saga.
Mm-hmm.
Played that shit back on like the original. Well, it wasn't the Complete Saga on Xbox. It was like split up between 1 and 2. But I remember playing the fuck out of that on the original Xbox.
Dude, I went into GameStop recently. I hate GameStop now.
You mean Funko Stop?
It's like T-shirt stop now.
That's
I went in there, the entire middle floor is just like collectible toys and T-shirts and wallets and all this other stuff. It's like I felt like I walked into Hot Topic.
Yo, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not trying to roast anybody, but like, who the fuck buying that, man? You gonna tell me you making more money off of selling T-shirts than selling used games? Like, you guys were buying that shit for a penny anyway, so like, you're not flipping them? Like, what? I guess like the digital market kind of is like ruining their shit, but like, you can't buy a digital T-shirt, but you can buy a digital copy of Call of Duty. So
I don't know why they had to get rid of like the PS3 games. Like
they would make so much money off if they sold retro games. Like the fact that they don't accept like old games, like they probably won't even accept the PS3 game if you take it in to sell it to them. Like if I took Africa in there right now to try to sell it to them, how much do you think they would offer if they did offer anything?
probably nothing.
They'd be like, yeah, I'll give you like $5, and I'd be like, yeah, you can go fuck yourself. Like,
Exactly in that voice too.
Yeah. Yeah, you could totally go fuck yourself. Like,
What's the most annoying thing is like they still like put PS3 games like when you look up a PS3 game on the GameStop store or whatever.
Mhm.
Like you'll still find them. So it's like obviously it's still in their database, but they just don't have it at any store now, I guess.
yeah, they just leave it at like their warehouse or something. Probably have like all their
You can't
PS3
order it.
games. Oh, you
And
can't
there's
even
some you
order?
can't
'em?
even order online. Yeah,
No.
Oh my god, man, they gotta be stupid or something. I just
like
don't.
I think I was trying to get all for one kind of recently,
And you couldn't.
and I was able to get one that um that was store pickup,
Mm-hmm.
but that shit was like 1,000 miles away.
Yeah. I truly don't understand why they don't do retro game sales. Like, if they did retro games, and I get that there's like less people that are into that than like new games, I guess. But like,
Mm-hmm.
if you just took like one wall of their store and did like retro games for like PS1, PS2, PS3, and then you did like whatever, Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo, like if they did all of these, like I feel like it would help. I mean, I guess they probably have like a hard time, they would have a hard time like keeping their stock up, but like if they did that, I feel like it would have like more people come in because there are like collectors that I would assume that would come in to look for that stuff. The one thing that always pissed me off about GameStop is they would put their games on the wall, but they would have them facing outwards so you could see the front cover art, and it took up so much room for absolutely no reason at all.
You're right though. Like, there's like some stores that they survive only off of like retro games. Like there was, I guess now PS3 is kind of considered retro, but like there's a store near me called Game Over Video Games,
Mm-hmm.
and like for the longest time they only had like arcade cabinets, Atari like cartridges and consoles, just like a whole bunch of stuff like that. And like fairly recently they started adding like PS3 games, but it's like they survived off of that.
Yeah, and I'm not saying like they need to dedicate their whole store, because if you go into any GameStop, like their floor plan is usually pretty tight to start off with, so it'd be hard to like expand it and have that. But like if you just did a small section, like literally give a corner and do retro games, and just make that corner retro games, and like whatever, if people come in, like if you have a game there that someone wants, like they'll drive to buy it. Like
Oh yeah.
that's what it comes down to. But it's crazy that they don't even like accept games anymore. Like certain consoles. I remember I had like all my, this was back when like the PS3 like just came out, maybe even like a few years after. I had like a bunch of original Xbox games, and
Mhm.
our original Xbox had broke, so like we couldn't even play them. So we tried to take them to a GameStop to sell them, just because it was like, well, we can't do anything else with them, and there's really nothing else to do. And they wouldn't even like accept them. They're like, yeah, we don't accept the original Xbox games anymore. And I was like, what? How do you like not accept games? Like your store is called GameStop, not like current generation GameStop. Like your name is GameStop. How are you not accepting games?
Yeah, no,
But
I don't get it.
I guess it's not profitable for them, so you know it is what it is.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I'm probably done buying games at GameStop personally. Like Best Buy gives you way more of a better deal now, and like sometimes they'll just give you a fucking steelbook
Yeah,
for free if you pre-order it.
Yeah, I got 2 pre-orders left at GameStop that are paid off, and then after that I'll probably start doing Best Buy.
I've only ever done pre-orders at GameStop. Like, I think the last pre-order I did at GameStop was Dying Light.
Well, I tried using Amazon, but they fucking burnt me like 4 times. So
Yo, that's
The last time,
that's when you burn them back, Brian. You get your game, and then you say, my game didn't arrive. I want a refund. Burn them back.
yeah.
No,
well,
I'm just kidding.
When they tell you to, oh, it'll be there the day the game comes out. Sure it will. Nope. 3 days, 2 days after. Yeah, thanks, assholes.
I've always gotten my Amazon games the day they come out. Maybe like I've rarely got them not on the day they come out, which is kind of weird.
And then I got, and I think I messaged them before, because you get some games where like if you pre-order them, you're supposed to get them like 3 days early, you know?
Yeah, on like Friday.
Nope. Yeah, nope. It comes out the day the game came out. Like, I pre-ordered it, I'm supposed to get it early. Oh, well, we try to do that.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yeah, so I have as you guys know, I hate fucking Amazon, so.
I'm pissed because Amazon used to do that 20% off pre-order. So you used to be able to pre-order games for $48.
Yeah.
And I used to pre-order, like when that was around, I pre-ordered every game that came out. I was like, yo, if I pre-order 5 games, I'm basically getting one for free. So I'm gonna just keep doing this.
Right. Well, there's one GameStop I haven't checked out yet. It's like literally 5 minutes down from where I work now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, maybe I'll go in there one day after work and see what they're at, because if I could just pre-order there too, it'll be easier for me. Be like, all right, just go there after work on a Friday and pick up my games.
Yeah.
All my GameStop stopped having PS3 games now, so I'm just like, what's the point of going there? It's like the choice is either you get a steelbook or a fucking keychain. It's like, obviously I'm gonna go for the fucking steelbook, you know?
I used to go to like GameStop all the time. I don't even do it anymore. I probably haven't gone to a GameStop in like 2 years. And like if I go to get PS3 games, I go to this store called Second and Charles, which has like way better of a selection of like PS3 games and retro games. Like they do everything. So which just makes me think like, why the fuck doesn't GameStop do that? But I mean, it's run by idiots basically. So
the only reason I went into GameStop recently was because my cousin wanted to buy a controller for his Switch. If it hadn't been for that, I probably would have never set a foot into a GameStop again.
The last time I went to a GameStop, I didn't even buy a game. I bought a PlayStation Move controller.
For the PS4?
So, this is a whole story. I went to this GameStop by this place that I worked at, and it was when I was doing... This is the last time I went. It was when I did Mad Dog McCree, because I needed Move controllers to play the game, and I needed 2. So I went to a GameStop, bought a Move controller. Came back, realized I needed 2. So then I went back to the GameStop to buy another Move controller, and I bought it. And on the Move controllers for the PS3, it's charged by a micro USB, I think. And the Move controllers for the PS4 are charged by a micro HDMI. I think it's like that, or it's switched the other way around. I don't really know.
It was a USB-C.
They're like micros. One's a micro USB, one's a micro HDMI. I don't really know. I think the micro HDMI might be the PS3 one, if that's what I said. I don't know. Anyway, they charge differently because they charge the same way that the PS3 and PS4 controllers charge with the different inputs. Because you know how the PS3 uses the micro HDMI and the PS4 uses the micro USB. Anyway, I bought a PS4 controller, and when I was checking out, I was like, hey, like this one has this charger port. I'm pretty sure this is a PS4 one. And the lady was like, well, yeah, it has that. But, like, it's fine. The PS4 ones work on the PS3. And I was like, oh, bet. So I bought it. They weren't cheap. They're like $40 for a Move controller, a PS3 Move controller. I get home, plug it in, doesn't work with the PS3. So I was like, what the fuck? So then I'm looking stuff up, and, like, there's people saying, like, yeah, you can't use the PS4 one isn't backwards compatible with the PS3. And I was like, yo, when did this person at GameStop start? Yesterday? Like, what? So then I had to go back I ended up keeping that controller because I was like, I'll keep it just in case I need it for the PS4, which turns out I didn't need it because I then bought a VR headset that came with 2 of them. So then I went back to GameStop to buy an actual PS3 one. So now I have 5 Move controllers. And I had to buy those stupid ass like joystick ones too.
Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah.
I have one of those joystick ones.
Yeah, I bought one. It smelled like a cigarette, so, you know, it'd be how it be. All right, let's keep moving on, though. You know us. We're the off-topic podcast. We got, I guess, my favorite thing, server shutdowns. Not really.
I know you love the server shutdowns, Nicole.
So there actually is new information.
Holy crap.
Yeah. So number 1 is something that we're going to discuss later, but the PS3 and the PS Vita store are not going down now. So, yeah, good job, Sony. You actually use your brain for once.
Yay.
So on April 29th, there's going to be Defiance and Defiance 2050 are going down. Both of them are already unobtainable if you haven't started, so cool to that. New games added to the list, which kind of came out of nowhere. NASCAR Heat 2 and NASCAR Heat 3 are going down on April 30th. Both of them are very easy multiplayer games, so if you haven't done them, do them. You know what kind of confuses me? Let me look at something real quick. I'm pretty sure NASCAR Heat Evolution, which is the first Heat game that came out for NASCAR on the PS4, is still up. So why the fuck is 2 going down? Maybe I'm lying. Yeah, NASCAR Heat Evolution, which is the first one, is still up, and people are earning trophies. So, yeah, I don't understand what's going on here. Do what you got to do, but apparently NASCAR Heat 2 and NASCAR Heat 3 are going down on the 30th of April, which is not this Friday, the Friday after.
Okay.
May 31st, WWE 2K20 is going down. June 1st, Switchblade is going down. A kind of big thing ish. June 28th, the PlayStation Vita messaging system is going to go down, and it may affect playing some games online.
So I think there's actually like.
So there's a list of games that
10.
are affected.
I think there's 10 games that are actually affected by it.
Yeah, so it says the games that are affected are Rocket Birds, Pure Chess, Chrono Volt, Foul Play, Fruit Ninja, and Little Deviants. Games that are confirmed to not be affected are Dead Nation, Need for Speed Most Wanted, Dungeon Hunter, Killzone Mercenary, Worms Revolution, Reality Fighters, Borderlands 2, Silent Hill Book of Memories, Unit 13, Minecraft, RE Revelations 2, Little Big Planet, Drive Girls, and Ragnarok Odyssey.
I didn't even know there was a Fruit Ninja game on the Vita.
I didn't know that either. So, if you have any of the, I think I counted 6 that are on here. Wait, 1, 2, 3. If they have any of the 6 that are affected, that being Rocket Birds, Pure Chess, Chronovolt, Foul Play, Fruit Ninja, or Little Deviants, get them done.
I kind of want to get those done just so I can say I have the online done.
I didn't even know Fruit Ninja had a list, let alone multiplayer trophies. So
Yeah.
the problem is I don't know what any of these like. I don't. What the fuck is Foul Play? What the fuck is Carnival? What the fuck is Rocket Birds? Hard Boiled Chicken? Like what the hell is that?
I know about Rocket Birds. Apparently that game's really fun. I haven't heard anything about the other one.
Yeah, that's kind of
There's a
weird.
platinum.
Yeah, I'm looking it up too. Rocket Birds, Hard Boiled Chicken. Well, I mean, you might as well do the PS3 one. It's on the Vita, but just do the PS3
Or the PS4.
or the
But what
PS
if I want?
or the PS4.
What if I want the stacks? Huh?
I mean, do what you got. This game really came out on everything.
Who
God
says?
damn. God damn. So yeah, we'll leave a link to the forum post in the description below. You can take a look through any of those games. But yeah, get them done if you want to on the Vita. That's that's end of June, so there's plenty of time to get them done. August 1st, Operation 7 Showdown is going down, which is kind of funny because that game like came out a year ago. So good job, Operation 7. You're really pushing the boundaries here. And then the last game that's closing down this year at the end of this year on December 31st is NBA 2K20. So yes. There's also some delistings that are happening. So possibly being delisted are so there's 2 games that have already been delisted. Wait.
But they're still available.
But they're still available. So they were supposed to be delisted, but they're not delisted. That being Frozen Synopsis Prime on the 3 and the Vita. But I think didn't those servers go down earlier this year?
So.
I think I'm pretty sure they went down on March 11th. Like that's when the servers were supposed to go down, and it was supposed to be delisted, but it's not. So that's cool. There's also speculation of FIFA 17, 18 going down or being delisted, and NBA Live 18 being delisted, and then Operation 7 Showdown will be delisted on June 1st. So
another Operation 7 game.
Yes, and
no, that's the same.
And I will be doing Operation 7 Showdown. So.
Because you're fucking insane.
Well, I got to do the series, and I got someone to do it with, so I'm doing Operation 7 Showdown. I'm trying to do I'm pretty sure it's a shitty battle royale, so really looking forward to wanting to play this again. Operation 7 Revolution was an experience, to say the least, but that's all the servers shutting down. So now we can get on to the meat and potatoes. I feel like I say that every time.
You do.
God damn. I gotta stop. Let's get on to the actual topics. This week we have 5 of them.
One, two, three, four. Yes, 5.
With one of them being a viewer topic. If you guys have any topics or like random questions that you want to ask, like this is kind of like a scenario question. You can leave them in the comments below, and we will. I think we're gonna pick probably 1 per podcast, maybe 2 depending on like what the topic is. But if we get 1 a podcast, we'll do 1 a podcast.
Yeah, they don't have to be like related to like news stories or anything. They can be whatever.
Yeah, like you can say like if Waves was looking at a toe, would he lick it? Like stuff like that.
Well, you gotta say something like that.
I'm just fucking around.
You know how Waves is with feet. Come on.
I'm gonna go cry.
No, I'm joking. No, but it can be like
podcast over, guys.
No,
delete the channel.
Deleting the channel. No, but it can be like random. It can be like random ass. It doesn't have to be related to gaming. It doesn't have to be related to anything. You could say, "What's your favorite hobby?" Like anything like that. It can be just any topic. So, anyway, with that, I think we're each going to try to take one of these topics. I know which one I'm taking. I just highlighted it in the thing. So, my favorite console. So, whoever's starting with this one, take her away.
All right. I'll be taking over this one. Today, well, technically yesterday. Depends on time zones. Who cares?
When we started recording the podcast.
There you go. Yeah, when we started recording the podcast, it was the 3-year anniversary of God of War 2018. Happy birthday, God of War, and 420 light it up.
That's crazy. I didn't even realize that game came out on 420.
I didn't realize how many things like happened on 420.
Right?
Well, shoot, maybe you were doing something else and it slipped your mind. I mean, I'm just saying.
What the best thing? You know what the best thing about 420 this year though was?
It was on 420.
It was on Taco Tuesday.
Fuck, man, you're right. And I didn't even stop by. I wanted to stop by the Bell today so bad. I'm going tomorrow. I'm a day late. I'm going.
But Sony they were celebrating God of War all day today, and they were doing a giveaway for the collector's edition, and I believe a few people won on their Twitter, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, they were giving out like stuff signed by Cory Barlog and everything.
That's crazy.
That's
Wait,
really cool.
hold on, before we get into this, Waves, I think you tried to say something about Wednesday, but we doing Quesalupa Wednesday.
Shut the fuck.
No, but dude, I can't believe it's been 3 years. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Have you played it yet, Snickle?
Huh?
You haven't played it yet, right?
What are you talking about? I played that shit day 1.
What was it was Spider-Man I was thinking about.
Yeah, I played God of War day 1. I made guides for that game, dude. I was so skeptical about that game, but I got it and played it day 1 because I'm pretty sure I was still in school. So I played it like when I got done, like back from class. I'm looking at my times now. I didn't play it till like 9 p.m. But dude, that game, I can't believe it's been 3 years.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, Santa Monica, they had a sweepstakes today. They gave out 2 God of War t-shirts, 2 Norse Horse t-shirts, a Huda bottle opener, and then the 2 big prizes were God of War 2018 press kit signed by Cory Barlog. And then the main prize was God of War Collector's Edition jewel case signed by Cory Barlog.
That's crazy.
But 3 years, man, that game was awesome. And I'm so happy that I played it. And I do want to go back to that as well.
Yeah, God of War 2018 is great.
Yeah, that's a phenomenal game. That's the only game. So typically I don't do things like this, but that was the only game where like I got the platinum like during a milestone because I was so close. I didn't 100% plan it out, but like I did do that, and it was my 8,000th trophy was the platinum.
That's kind of cool.
So it's the only time I've ever done that, just because it was so close. Like usually I don't have like, I'm not like that. So
no, I don't really care about milestones, but it's kind of cool when it lands on it though.
Yeah. It just,
but
Oh man.
All I gotta say is happy birthday, God of War 2018.
Happy birthday, and I want a new one. I was gonna say this goes into like something that we talked about, like I think we talked about it last week, but it's just crazy, like the development time in between games now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's been 3 years.
Like it's been 3 years. Like just look at the development time. I mean, I don't know the development time. God of War 2 came out in 2010. God of War 3 came out in
2013, I think.
no wait, hold on. I did it got
No, 2011.
so I lied. God of War 2 did not come out in 2010. It said that on PSN.
God of War,
God of War
2
3 came out
2008.
in 2010. So God of War
Yeah.
2 came out in 2008. God of War 3 came out in 2010, which, by the way, if you have not played God of War 3,
Do it.
play it on the PS3 and just, like, you will be amazed how phenomenal that game looks for, like, an early PS3 game. Like, it's actually crazy.
Man, even the remaster still looks better than some PS4 games.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy. But so God of War 2 comes out in 2008. God of War 3 comes out in 2010. God of War Ascension comes out in 2013. So it was like 3 years in between
We
that.
don't talk about Ascension.
Yeah. I mean, it's still God of War, you know. It's still
I
kind of
liked
talk about
Ascension.
kind of fun, you know.
I liked Ascension. It just wasn't as good.
It had it had that weird, like, I feel like it had a weird filter on it, and like I don't know, the whole like prequel thing kind of is
Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
The only thing I didn't like about it is like they tried to make the combat harder, and the way they tried to make the combat harder is they locked half your moveset behind that rage thing.
Yeah.
That like weird rage meter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Like a fake
That is
difficulty.
very true.
That was like the only thing I cared about. That
I
hard
don't know.
difficulty is annoying as fuck, though.
Yeah. I just
Yeah.
yeah, happy birthday. I can't believe it's been 3 years. That game, I think that's like the
Bro.
only game on the PS4 that like I like actually like absolutely loved, and I thought that I wasn't going to.
Like, I can't wait for Ragnarok. Oh my god.
I think God of War 2018 is probably my favorite PS4 game.
Yeah. I could agree. That and Horizon Zero Dawn are my two favorites for the PS4 era.
It would either be that one or Ghost of Tsushima or Bloodborne.
Oh god damn it.
Yeah, I think I would
Okay,
have
top
like
five.
Yeah, I think I would have 5. So I would have to do like I would do God of War 2018, Ghost of Tsushima, Bloodborne, Horizon Zero Dawn, and then the other game that I would do, which is like I don't know. It's not like PS4 exclusive, but like RE7.
Yeah, it's PS4. Like,
It's on the
Era.
PS4, but like it's not like an exclusive to the
Yeah.
PS4. But like RE7 was like those 5 games were like those are like the and then the other game I would tack on there, which like I mean whatever, it's a racing game, but like Drive Club.
rest in peace.
Yeah, R.I.P. to Drive Club and
I remember
Evolution.
when that shit was supposed to be like free day one on PS Plus, and then it wasn't.
Yeah, that game was crazy because it was supposed to compete with like Forza Horizon and be like an open world racing game, and then they kept cutting it back and cutting it. But I mean, it's still a good game. Don't get me wrong, but not what they.
That was Evolution Studios, right? They made that game.
Yeah, Evolution made it. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Imagine if we had another motorsport game come out.
They should. Dude, that's
That'd
a
be awesome.
franchise.
should.
Not that franchise, but that is an area of games that is severely lacking right now. Is arcade
It's
racers.
gone now.
Like
Especially like motorsport, the way they did it is like they just have fun with it. Like fucking shit just exploding out of nowhere.
yeah, like that. Like arcade racing is like there's such like a disconnect there because your game is either super realistic, like Gran Turismo level or like Assetto Corsa, or your game is like that stupid ass game. I don't even like it, but that stupid ass game. Have you ever heard of it? It's called Grip, where it's like you can race like upside down and shit. Like it's either like some abstract idea, or like some super realistic game. There's like no like happy medium, which is like kind of irritating, but I'm trying to get like a split second. Like I'm trying to have some Levolution going on.
Hell yeah.
Shit was wild.
Make Need for Speed have Levolution in
Yeah,
it. Hell no, bring back Burnout.
Hell yeah. But
Hell
let's get a Need for Speed The Run too.
Put the King of the Hill trophy in it.
Hell yeah. And let me control being outside of the car. Instead of doing QTEs. No, Burnout would be dope, man. They should really do a Burnout remaster.
They did for Paradise.
Yeah, but that, like, Paradise, like, I do like Paradise, don't get me wrong. Like, Paradise is a great game, but, like, come on, bring back, like Burnout Revenge. Like, bring back the PS2 ones. Just remaster them.
I wouldn't even, like, mind them just, like, porting over, like, the PS2 versions and just putting them, like, in a bundle or whatever.
Yeah, not even, like, remaster, like, just port. I've been saying that, like, for a bunch of games, just, like, port them. Like, people aren't asking for, like, some brand new fucking game. Just port that shit. Like, where the hell is Midnight Club 3? Where the hell is the 2 other GTA games that, Vice City and Liberty City Stories? Like, where are they at?
I don't know.
Where's
probably right next to Mother 3.
Yeah. Where the hell is the Simpsons Hit and Run? Like, come on now. Can we get some good ports over here? Not asking for a lot, John Sony.
One day.
Come on, John Sony.
Yeah, what the
Do
fuck,
it.
John? Come on, John PlayStation. Like, can you get your shit together?
John PlayStation. That's John Sony's son.
John Sony's
John
son.
Chevrolet.
John. Yeah. Oh my god, that should have me dead last night. Where'd he go into anyway and say that shit? But that had me dead. He went into the barber shop. He said, "This is my daughter.
Yeah.
My name's John Chevrolet." Goddamn Borat 2, man. You guys gotta watch it. Fucking classic. But all right, nice. I mean, I'm glad God of War 2018 came out. I don't have a PS5, but y'all want to make a new list? Go right ahead.
That's why. Yeah, it's running at fucking. They got the upgrade last month, so.
Yeah, that's a game that I wouldn't mind them like making a new list for. Like, I'm tired of these fucking Radalika games and all this bullshit. By the way, I'm tired of these fucking auto pops. Like, can we stop with this shit? Like, if you play AC Valhalla on the PS4, fuck your trophies on the PS5. You don't just get the
Why do
auto
you need a
pop.
guide?
Yeah,
There's the guide.
There's a guide on that. Just download your save and like what? You guys are literally turning this into brain surgery when it doesn't have to be. Like, can we stop?
You just need to be hand-holding the entire time.
You can't even like earn your trophies by yourself. You need someone to tell you step by step how to do them. Oh, you can't, I didn't get this trophy. I don't know what to do. I'm having a panic attack. All right, cool. We'll figure it out. You got a brain, right? I'm so tired of the fucking auto-popping bullshit. I didn't like it back in the day with, like, sound shapes and shit. Now it's like a norm.
Yeah.
You guys should be ashamed of yourself that do it. You should be ashamed of yourself.
That's pretty cool.
I'm just
For shame.
I'm just saying. How do you sleep with yourself? Like, how do you do that every night, knowing?
Just remember, everybody, if you think about auto popping, just think of Snickle pointing his finger at you, saying "for shame."
Just think of Snickle looking at you like you're lesser than human.
No, think about it this way. If you've ever watched Game of Thrones, think of the time Cersei was walking through King's Landing butt-ass naked, and everyone was saying, "Shame. Shame." Just think, and if you haven't seen that scene, go watch it. And every time you want to do something like that, think of that scene. And I'm saying shame every time.
Well, on to the next topic.
Ending on that good note, on to the next topic.
So much for being positive.
No, we're being positive. Sorry, we're being positive. You know, I just gotta put that out there sometimes. Let people know what's up.
You want to take this next one, Brian?
Sure, I can do 2 in a row. Last week, I think it was last Thursday, Resident Evil had a showcase, and they showed off some new mechanics for Resident Evil 8. They announced, they gave off like a teaser for the Netflix animated series. which looks pretty good, and we got a new live action Resident Evil movie coming out. Actually,
Kind of interesting.
but they did bring back like it looked the multiplayer was shown for RE8 kind of reminded me of RE6 with what me and you were doing, Snickle.
Oh, the
It's the reverse or whatever it's called.
fuck. What is it?
Yeah.
What is that mode called?
Mercenaries.
Mercenaries.
They're actually
Yeah.
bringing back Mercenaries mode in RE8, but it's more like the traditional Resident Evil 4 or 5 one.
Yeah, it looks really good.
It's called Onslaught.
That's it.
The Onslaught mode. Man, RE6. Yo, y'all sleeping on RE6, but those multiplayer modes be slapping.
That's the thing about RE6. It's a good action game, it's just not a good horror game.
That's facts right there.
Right.
That's 100% facts.
Uh,
I'm just super looking forward to RE8, man. Like, I haven't been trying to watch too much about it because I don't like to do that with games. I kind of like to formulate my own opinion before I go into it.
oh yeah, I'm the same way.
And like I watch things like here and there, but like I won't watch someone like play the demo or like I rarely will even like watch trailers and stuff. I kind of just ride with like what I want or what I think I want and I play it. I also think that helps people not if more people did that, I feel like your expectations wouldn't be like shot down when the game comes out. Because like when you watch trailers and you watch shit like that before the game comes out, like this is what you have to remember. There's like shit called embargo, and like that company has control over what they show before their product comes out. So they can show the best of the best stuff, and like sometimes like that's only a little bit of the game, and then you play the game and you're like, wait, this is 30 hours of nothing. Like I saw all this crazy shit when the trailer came out, but I mean I get that they have to do it for like hyping reasons, but
Like,
Yeah, I'm the same. I'm the same way, Snickle. Like when it's a game I'm like excited for, and I already have like full faith that's gonna be good. I'm just like, all right, I'm good. Like I won't watch any trailers. The only time I was like that was with Devil May Cry 5. But I was like, I already knew that the story didn't matter that much. But like I only knew about some of the Resident Evil stuff because it popped up in like suggested videos and stuff. But like I was just like, I'm fine. I don't need to watch it. Like I didn't even play the demos, even though they were like first exclusive on PS5. I was like, I'll just play the game when it comes out. Like, yeah, I'm ready for it.
Like, I was the same way when Last of Us Part 2 came out, God of War. I don't want to be spoiled with shit. And, like, I'm okay with, like, Sony's State of Play where they announce the games and, like, give you a small teaser, but that's it. And after that, I'm like, alright, I'm good. Like, I got Returnal coming. I don't care what people say about the game. It looked interesting to me. I'm buying it day one, and I'm playing it next Friday when it comes out.
Yeah, and I mean that's the problem with like I think that's a problem with a lot of developers is they look at all that shit and like to be fair they should because it'll give them somewhat of a path, but like you shouldn't be worrying about it. Like I do that for a majority if not all my games. Like okay, Marvel's Avengers, good example. Like Brian and I both knew Marvel's Avengers was shit. Like obviously everyone was shitting on the game. It was all over the place. I personally didn't watch any videos about it. I personally didn't read any in-depth articles. Did I see a tweet here and there? Sure, but I didn't read anything. And I formulated my own opinion from the game as I was playing through. Do I think it's as dog shit of a game as people make it out to be? Not really. I mean, I watched one video of someone talking about it, and like it put a thought in my brain, and then that thought wasn't even true. And the comment that someone made was, well, all these superheroes feel like chunky when they move around. Like, why does the Hulk feel so chunky?
Because he is chunky.
It's the fucking Hulk, my dude. He's literally the size of a house. Do you want him to move like a feather? Like, does not, like, physics don't work that way. But, like, that's why I don't, like, watch videos of, like, unofficial people that, like, do shit because they make comments like that, and then you have that, like, perceived, like, view in your brain, and then when you go in with that view, but then sometimes it's not even true. Like, when I started playing Marvel's Avengers, like, it doesn't really even play that bad. Like, the way that the animations and stuff are, like, yeah, it's grindy as fuck, don't get me wrong, but, like, I thought it
It's grindy.
I thought it played good. Like, it was fun to play as the heroes and stuff. Like, it physically was fun to play. It was. I think the animations were better than The Witcher 3, but that's just me. Like,
Like one, like there's three things I always said about Avengers. You know, one, I think if it just was a single player game only and it just focused on story, it would have been amazing. Two, the people that bitched about it do not and about the grind. I'm sorry, then don't do grindy games and don't bitch about. And if you knew it was a grindy game and you're gonna bitch it about being a grindy game, then why play the grindy game?
yep.
Just saying.
Just don't do fucking multiplayer games in general. Forget
Yeah.
about shipping.
Especially
You know?
especially a game like that. Like, that's like you saying like Destiny 1 is so grindy to max out. Yeah, you fucking dumbass. That's the point of the game. Like, if you were able to get it done in a week, then people wouldn't be playing the game. That's the whole point of the game, to make you keep coming back and playing it every single week, is to do RNG, to do grindy things. That's the whole fucking point of the game. Like, what?
Right. It took me and you 3 weeks to fucking platinum the game.
Yeah, now granted, if you weren't going for trophies, you could have gotten done a lot faster, depending what you wanted to complete. If you wanted to get every character to level 50, it would have taken way longer than it took us, because I think I only got like 3 or 4 characters to level 50 out of the 6. But
Right.
if you were only trying to get, like, if you were trying to get a level 10 artifact, or if you were trying to get every character to power level 140, you'd have been playing that game for 6 months. Like,
Oh, yeah.
so it depends what you want to do in a game. Like, luckily for us, it comes to trophies. A majority of the time, it's not too bad. It's pretty realistic expectations.
The list was straightforward. This list was really straightforward, actually.
Yeah.
And me and you even talked about this. There was there was stuff we could have done in the game to get more trophies if they would have did it that way. You know, like starting like
level
the
50
abilities
for
of each
everybody.
hero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Level 50 with every
So-
character. Power level 140 with every character. Like, if they put those in the game, like, it would have been a 300-hour platinum, but they didn't. But I guess what I'm trying to get at is, like, I like to see the showcase stuff. I like to see people's reactions, like, on Twitter, like, little short things, not full articles. But I typically don't watch, like, even trailers to an extent. Like Wave says, like, when you know a game has your attention, there's no point of doing all that stuff, because it's just it ruins your expectations when it comes out if you get them, like, if you hype it up too much. I'm looking at you, Cyberpunk 2077.
Right.
But
Well, then you had like The Last of Us Part 2 where it got leaked. I didn't read anything about that.
Yeah,
yeah, it got leaked. I don't care. I'm like, I'm gonna go play the game when it comes out. Fuck y'all.
I've still yet to, like, read anything or even watch anything
Good,
about that game.
don't. Do not watch or read anything. I just play it the way you want to play it and enjoy it. That's all I can say. And you'll probably have a better experience and like it more than anything then.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's one of the reasons why I don't like game journalists and reviewers and everything, because Waves just talked about it before, but they try to put themselves on a pedestal to seem like our media is just as good as movies or music or stuff, and it's just like,
fuck them.
you're not. Like, calm down. Like,
Right.
Well, like, I feel like it is, like, I feel games are better than movies in, like, in some ways.
oh yeah,
Stuff.
they're more
But, like-
interactive, and they can be more. They're 100% more interactive, because you can't even be interactive with a movie, but.
But, like, I feel like fucking game journalists, they don't get taken, quote unquote, seriously or whatever by, like, media, like movie journalists or whatever. It's like, dude, like, shut up, man. Like, that's such a petty, like, childish thing to care about. Like,
Yeah.
you're writing about what you care about. Like, first of all, you're writing about games. You should be happy about that. Like, I wish I could get that fucking job.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Don't worry about, like, fucking what Roger Ebert's fucking saying over here.
Yeah, I don't like the reviews, because even though they try to be objective when they review, there's always a side of subjectivity, depending on whether it's a single person or a company is reviewing the game. Like, if someone's reviewing a game and they don't like a third person open world game, and then they reviewed Mafia Definitive Edition, like they're probably gonna talk bad about it because it's a third person open world game. Like, so well, it's it can be an open world game. It's like half and half, but like that's like, I don't know. It's just like there's always going to be subjectivity when it comes. If you don't like first person games and you review a first person game, you're obviously going to be like extra critical on that part of the game because you're not you personally don't like that.
Yeah,
Right.
which can be said about like any piece of media, really. Like
That's
Exactly.
true.
like
That is
movies, it's like if you're not into fucking stupid monster movies and you're not into like knowing that it's gonna be a stupid monster movie and you're just gonna see monsters fight, then like yeah, you probably shouldn't review that.
Yeah,
And that's
right.
why like IGN and shit like that, like when you're looking for reviews, is just like the most awful shit to find. Because like it's like what Donkey said in his video about game reviewers. When you go into like one of those websites, it's like you're hitting the fucking lottery. You don't know who you're gonna get.
that's
That's why
true.
you gotta find like. That's why you either find like a YouTuber that that you trust or whatever and has generally the same interests as you,
Mhm.
or you just don't fucking watch any of them and just play it and make your own opinion.
That's true. I mean,
Right.
and yeah, like when you look at like an IGN review, I mean, yes, it's reviewed by IGN, but if you look, it's always reviewed by a singular person at IGN. It probably obviously goes through QA/QC, so there's multiple eyes that are on it, but it's initially reviewed by that first person. But like the reason, one of the funny things is like IGN is like a perfect example where like I can't take them serious, and like part of it is because of like the meme where they were like, whatever, 3 out of 10 too much water, like whatever the fuck they said. And it's
Oh, yeah.
like it's like when I play a game, like I don't like that shit that I don't look at. Like who the fuck cares if there's too much water? Like that's like that's so irrelevant to like, is the narrative good? Like is the character progression good from like a statistic standpoint, and like them as a person, like them as a character, like is that good? Like are we playing fucking Orc Slayer? Like what, like can we actually look at something that has substance instead of saying, yeah, this map has too much water? Like who the fuck, who cares? What?
Well, anyway, back to Resident Evil.
Yeah, back to Resident Evil.
Also, Dead by Daylight fans and trophy hunters, there might be more trophies. Resident Evil is coming to Dead by Daylight finally.
I don't know if that's good or bad, man. Dead by Daylight needs to die.
I don't know. I think that'd be kind of a neat kind of. I don't know how they're gonna do it though, but we'll
I just
see.
wonder
Maybe
which monster it's gonna be.
X gonna give it to you.
That would be
I
fucking
wanna-
funny, but
I want to say, it would be funny if it was Mr. X, but I feel like it's gonna be Nemesis because Nemesis is more iconic than Mr. X.
I agree
that is
with
true.
that. No, I mean, I didn't mean to actually shit on Dead by Daylight. I know a lot of people play this. I mean,
The game
It-
has
it-
my
it-
interest. If we could boost it, I would do it. But
the problem is you can't.
yeah,
I,
I
don't think
mean, I've played it like for fun on PC. It has its moments, but
I mean,
it's
I think
not my game.
I think Dead by Daylight, like it obviously falls in the same realm as like Friday. They're just
Yeah.
like that type of game, and like if you're into that type of game, you're gonna like it. Just like if you're into battle royales, you're gonna like really any battle royale that comes out for the most part. So
exactly. But that is it for our Resident Evil topic. This one's all you, Snickle.
yeah, can I say I'm looking forward to RE8 whenever it comes out.
Oh yes,
I'm really looking forward
2
to it.
weeks.
Really looking forward to it. Yes, this next topic is me because we made a change. Everyone pat themselves on the back. The
My
place,
shoulder hurts. Could I just give myself a round of applause?
sure, if you want to. But I'm sure everybody already knows it's a goddamn miracle. The PS3 and the PS Vita store are not shutting down in July.
Woo!
Isn't that crazy, man? Like, it's almost like Sony turned their brain on one day and they said, this isn't a good idea. And they reversed it. Like, where was like determining this like before they made the decision? Like, what?
Did you like how the letter itself was written by Jim Ryan?
Yeah, that's a bunch of horse shit.
But I will admit, at least Sony has even said they knew they made a mistake.
Yeah.
So
this letter being written by Jim Ryan is 100% a CYA, and it doesn't make me feel any better about him. So,
no, I agree.
I have a bad taste in my mouth when it comes to that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least it's staying. You know, they admit that they made a mistake, and then I have heard people, oh, yeah, they got all the people's money who are rushing to buy shit, and that's why they're keeping it, because they got so much money.
Yeah.
You know what? Just shut up, be happy, and let's all just play our fucking games.
Can I go on record to say that that's got to be the dumbest argument I've ever heard in my life? Like,
definitely.
That makes absolutely no sense. So you think because Sony said they were shutting the store down and people spent money on the store, that now Sony's saying, "Oh, we should probably keep it up." No. If that was the case, Sony would still shut it down to get more people to buy games and make a quick buck. Like, that's the complete opposite of like what people are saying. They're like, "Oh man, they made their money, they're just going to keep it up now." What? No. They would make their money and shut it down. Like like they were originally going to do. Like, what? By the way, the PSP store is still shutting down in July, but like I'm pretty sure it was already down anyway, so I don't know what that's about.
Like, I guess that just means you can't buy PSP games on the PS3.
I mean,
that's how I'm taking it.
I guess. I mean, my biggest complaint with this is like not because we're trophy hunters, but like because we are gamers, and like Waves definitely hit the nail on the head the last podcast talking about this, but like the amount of a library that's getting deleted, like 2,000 plus games, where some of these games cost, I mean, you have to pay a mortgage to buy some of them and play them, and you can buy it for 99 cents on the PlayStation store. Like, the fact of just like preservation of old games is like, why would you get rid of it?
Right. Like, even in this letter, and I quote, "We see now that many of you are incredibly passionate about being able to continue purchasing classic games on the PS3 and Vita for the foreseeable future, so I'm glad we are able to find a solution to continue operations."
Yo, that makes me laugh. I wonder if they like fixed it behind the scenes and like everything's integrated. Probably not, but like I wonder if that's what they're gonna try to do.
I bet so.
Because
I hope in some way they do.
Yeah, because they're saying like, we're glad that we found a solution to continue operations. What's your solution? Like, did you print more money? Did you fix the infrastructure? Like, what was your solution to continuing the operations?
It's just, I'm happy that it's still up, and who knows how long it's gonna be up for.
Honestly. I think it'll be up for a while.
But
in
like,
all honesty,
but like I said last time, like I never really thought about how crazy the PS3 library is compared to like the 4 or the 5 even, or even the Vita. Like, there's literally, like, Nicola has said this like a long time, like a bunch of times, like during that time they just threw everything at the wall and just saw what would stick.
Yeah.
Like Tokyo Jungle, like there's no games like that anymore.
No.
And like the only way you can get that is either you rip off one of your arms, sell it, and buy like a Japanese copy, or you buy it on the PSN store,
or you can buy it on that Volume 1 PlayStation. It comes on that.
But you also need to rip off like a toe for it.
Yeah, that's true. You have to sell your liver or something to buy that one.
Have you guys read the comments on this PlayStation blog yet about this shit?
No.
I suspect this is Jim being forced to backtrack.
He kind of is.
Yeah, by his consumers, like.
Yeah.
No, I don't believe Jim would have done this on his own.
No.
If he wanted to.
Well, my favorite quote so far is, "For what? For lying to his consumers, or for putting his MLB game on Game Pass?" Dude, if you knew anything, it was MLB's decision to put the game on Game Pass.
Well, yeah, that's just people. That's just people not being.
Yeah.
People being
I mean-
ignorant as usual, but
You look in the comments of like anything, and you'll find some dumbass.
yeah, the cesspool
yeah.
of the comments.
Except for our
There's a lot-
videos,
I'm
because
not
our
gonna lie, there's a
fans
lot
are
of
very
dumbasses
smart.
Well, I find it funny because this whole paragraph like is literally jargon, and like I wish we could get some more backstory to it. So it says, when we initially came to the decision to end purchasing support for the PlayStation 3 and the PlayStation Vita, it was born out of a number of factors. And then these are the factors, including commerce support challenges for older devices and the ability for us to focus more of our resources on newer devices where a majority of our games are being played on. I'm sorry? Like,
What commerce support challenges?
so they're talking like commerce support as in like it is like it's costing them money to support the store, basically. And then they're saying that like they're kind of hand in hand because you're talking about commerce support on older devices, and you're saying that you want to basically take that commerce on the older devices and then put that to newer devices because a majority of people are playing on. Now, don't get me wrong, that makes sense. Like, if you have more people playing on the PS3 and PS5, or PS4 and PS5, it makes sense to not put as much resources into the PS3. But it's almost like you can pull some resources away without killing it. Like, it's not rocket science here. Like, we're not dealing with, like, oh, we gotta, sorry, guys, we gotta pull the, we gotta flip the switch, turn it all off. Like, I'm pretty sure you can reallocate resources from this to something else if you truly need those resources on something else.
Do you think Jim Ryan was like vomiting in his mouth when he wrote this sentence?
Yeah.
I'm glad that we can keep this piece of history alive for gamers to enjoy.
Oh, dude, you know he was taking a shot like every fucking word.
He said, he was like, I'm glad that we can keep this piece of our history
like,
alive.
people want to play these
for gamers to
You know what this
enjoy.
proves? Hey, Jim, guess what? People do care about older games. Fuck you.
Nah, Jim, I mean, the whole comment that he said about that, I'm not going to make my disrespectful comment to him because I've already said it, but, like, that's got to be the dumbest, like, thing, like, to say. Come on now. You just going to act like retro games aren't a thing? Like, at some point, the PS3 is going to be, I mean, I would, like what you said, I would kind of consider the PS3 retro now to an extent. I think it's kind of in, like, that limbo of, like, being in between retro and, like, it's definitely not a current generation, but you can still buy games new, so I don't know if you can really consider it retro.
Oh, I felt old when I told some kid that was playing on the PS3 in middle school, high school, and they were like, "Is that old console?"
That's what they always say. Don't listen to them. That's what they always say. Is that old console?
Oh.
Yeah, the best one too, where I didn't have to pay for online. I gotta play for free. Back in my day.
And then 2011 happened. And my credit card information got stolen.
So I think that's a good point here, actually. I'm still buying PS Video TV shows and movies. Is that still planning on being closed?
I mean, if they're not shutting the store down, then no.
I think it should be fine. Alright?
It's
I think
crazy
you can
because
still buy it on the PS4 and the PS3, but you can't buy it on the PS5, which is weird.
This dude speaks true. Finally, a wise decision from Sony. Also bring back flash sales for those hardwares and lower the prices for all DLCs, please.
yeah. I mean,
I would love that.
someone made a comment about that, how they should, like, their shit should be, like, lowered, basically. Like, DLC should be, like, lowered or even, like, free. I mean, I wouldn't say free, but they should be lowered. I mean, they should be on flash sales. It is, like, we talked about it. It is, like, sickening that it's almost, like, divided and, like, PS3 is just essentially being left in the dust. Is what's, like, trying to be done. But it's, like, come on now. You can't just wipe it under the rug and move on to the next thing. It's not like the PS3 did anything wrong. Like, if anything, we should wipe Jim Ryan under the rug. Like, sweep him under there and leave him under there and bring Sean Layden back. Come on now.
Right?
Bring back everybody who left Sony Japan. Like,
Yeah, come on now.
Yeah. Fund their asses and let them make the games they want to make.
I just love how this article is short, which it should be because they shouldn't have made it long. But I love how they refer to everything as commerce. Like, shut the fuck up. You're pissing me off for using that vocabulary. Like
PSP commerce.
yeah,
function.
PSP commerce functionality will retire on July. Why can't you just say the PSP store will be closed? You don't have to use the word commerce. Like you're trying to sound like you're a bank right now. Like calm down, okay?
This man's insane.
I mean,
Now, my question for both of you with this, since it's staying open,
what?
are you upset you spent all that money
No.
last week for? on
Honestly, no.
No.
In a way, I'm kind of happy this happened. In a way, I'm not, because obviously I did lose out on what was it, $115 or something like that,
Right.
$125. But like, if it wasn't for this, I wouldn't have bought like the games that I've been wanting to get for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And also, it kind of put in my brain like, wow, there's still like, because like before this, I had in my brain that like I kind of don't want to play on the PS3 anymore.
Right.
Because it was just such a hassle to like get everything to work with my Elgato and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then like this kind of put in my brain like, wow, there's still like a lot of games I want to play on my PS3.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
I agree with that. Go ahead, Sickle.
it did the same thing for me. I always knew that I had like a decent amount of games that I wanted to like even just do the multiplayer for, but just like finish up in general. But I'm not mad that I was buying the DLC like a year or two ago, like slowly. So I mean, I'm not mad that like I bought it all, and there's still like a few other things that I want to buy as well. But I think it did kind of like spark, like Wave said, it kind of sparked like a thing in my head where I'm like, oh, maybe I should like try to finish my PS3 games. And that's like, that's one of the reasons why I was talking about it earlier. That's one of the reasons why I want to kind of exclusively just play on the PS3, just for the fact of, I mean, kind of just finishing my games on there, even though that's never going to happen. But there's just so many things, and like multiplayer wise, there's so many games that I want to work on and try to get the trophies done. Obviously, if I didn't care about multiplayer, I could blow through games and get them done. But being a trophy hunter, that's just something you have to. You don't have to do it, but that's just something where like if you want to complete that completionist, you want to get that done. Like you kind of have to do it.
Right. Well, I agree because it made me buy some games that, all right, cool, I want to play. I am rethinking my rotation now. I'm not going to go full just PS3, but it's going to take a priority though.
I can't wait to set up the PlayStation Eye and my PS Move and play House of the Dead with 2 controllers.
You wild, man. You wild. Yo, did you get Mad Dog McCree 1 and 2 while you're at it?
I'm about to.
Hell yeah, and you got to get the last bounty hunter. Yup, and you got to get Fast Draw Showdown.
Like I didn't notice how many what's it called?
Like
light gun games there are on there.
Yeah.
On the PS3, and I was like, well, obviously it makes sense because PS Move, but like, there's like a shit ton of light gun games that I fucking loved playing as a kid. Like I didn't know Time Crisis was on that shit.
Yeah.
No, but
I mean, I'm not mad about it. I'm the same way as you, Brian. Like I definitely personally, I'm stepping away from my rotation that I was doing before of Hitman and Star Wars, mainly to like work on multiplayer, but also to like do like mainly PS3 games.
Like, yeah, a lot of my multiplayer is going to be PS3. I'm not going to lie, you know. And then me and you are doing the show games and anything that comes up. I still want to keep playing the newer games when they come out because I like doing that.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, PS3, like, for the multiplayer, like, I'm going to still stick to somewhat of my rotation because Ratchet and Clank's on there. And I've been working on the Sly games, so those are PS3. But I'm probably going to throw in Infamous next. Probably.
Ooh, are you going to do Infamous 1 first?
Yes. I'm going to start with the worst one and work my way up to the PS4 versions.
That's got to be the smartest thing I've ever heard somebody say.
Every single time I start Infamous 1, like, I always stop halfway through because I just get so frustrated.
That game is chunky.
Yeah,
that game is chunky.
Yeah, in the words of, I forgot who said it before, it's always start with 1. Because believe me, if you start with Second Son, you're not going to want to go back.
No, I mean, you kind of said it today with, that's in regards to games in general, like, that's the best way to do it. Because like we were talking about it today with the MLB games just as like a joke.
yeah.
But we were like, oh, we got done. Brian's like, I got done MLB 17, and I guess 18's next. And then he was like, just think about it this way: the graphics are only going to get better. And it's like, you're not wrong. Like, you're not wrong. That's one of the things that like I do wrong sometimes, because like if a whole franchise is out, sometimes I play it chronologically and not the way it came out. So like, for instance, God of War, I would have played that chronologically instead of playing it the way that I played it.
So it would have been Ascension.
It would have been
God
Ascension,
of War.
Ghost of Sparta. I think it was
Yeah.
Ghost of Sparta, then Chains of Olympus, then 1,
Chains
2,
of
3.
Olympus.
The way that I played
No,
it was
it's Ascension, Chains of Olympus, Ghost of
Yep,
Sparta.
that's what it is. Yes.
Then 1. No, it's Ascension, Chains of Olympus, 1, Ghost of Sparta, 2, 3, and then 2018.
I thought Ghost of Sparta came out before.
No, Ghost of Sparta. Well, it came out like after 3, but it takes place between 2. I mean, between 1 and 2.
Okay, I thought it was like right
Okay.
before 1.
No, that's a Chains of Olympus.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking of. That's the way that I would have played it, except I didn't play it that way because I was stupid at the time. But I did like 1, Chains of Olympus, Ghost of Sparta, 2, 3, and then Ascension. But like, I think doing it the way that they release as well is like sometimes the proper way to do it, because first of all, graphically, but also like some games will have like callbacks and stuff to like the previous games, because like that's clearly how they were released. So
Right.
Yeah.
you should like kind of have that information before you move on to the next one. So I mean,
Yeah,
I think
so-
I've like pivoted the way that I've done that.
3
Yeah,
has
so-
I think God of War 3 has a reference to Ghost of Sparta.
It
Yeah.
does.
Yep.
Yeah. And I know like the PS3 God of War 3, the Platinum sent you to like the website that announced Ghost of Sparta.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so yeah, Ratchet and Clank and Sly will be my main focus a little bit. Plus Far Cry 2. And then Returnal when it comes out next week, so a little bit. I'll figure out a rotation, but for right now I'm just gonna play what the hell I want.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make a rotation because like I tried doing the whole rotation thing and I just feel like my brain is just like no.
Yeah.
But I
You
think
gotta
I'm
get
like
in the right mindset with the rotation, I feel, Waves. Like,
That's
you gotta
true.
choose the games you really want to play.
yeah, but like it's also like with me, I have school.
No, yeah.
Right.
And it's
That's
like
hard.
it's also like taking so much of my time. It's also like the last few weeks, so it's like even more of my time. But I think I'm like for sure gonna do Ratchet and Clank. The only ones that are spin-offs that I need to finish is All for One and Full Frontal Assault, which I'm probably
Yeah.
gonna prioritize those because
Well,
obviously
yeah.
I'm gonna like 2 and 3 and Into the Nexus a lot more.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you gotta let me know when you're ready to do for All for One, and then I got Full Frontal sitting right in front of me as well. So
The
I
best
already got Full Frontal done, but if you need help with it, I'll help.
yeah, I'm not sure if I can do it with Gridman or not. I'll find out, but if not, I'll probably ask you to help me out.
Grimman
I did that with-
Grimman MIA. He tried to ditch me for Watch Dogs on the PS3. I said no, that we don't do that like that.
It's
No.
fucked up. That's fucked up, Griffin.
All right.
No,
so
I-
most likely I'll be doing we'll do All for One this week sometimes, Wave, and then we'll figure out Full Frontal after.
I sent him a message. I said I'm back. When do you want to get back to Watch Dogs? He said never.
Damn.
No, it was that game poo poo. So I mean, it makes sense. But no, I think the best thing, and this is why I always did the rotation anyway. The best thing about it is, it's not like it's not getting done the franchise that I think, which it does do in the long run, but it's just the mentality of, because like me personally, I struggle with like picking the next game I want to play. So I feel like if you have a rotation of a franchise that you're working through, it just helps you to think like, okay, well, when I'm done this game, this one's next. When I get done that game, this one's like, you already know mentally like what game you're moving on to next,
Right.
which can be like helpful. But I think I'm with Waves right now where I'm not stepping away because of like not having time or whatever. I'm stepping away strictly to like do multiplayer on the PS3. And I'm kind of just going to play whatever I play until I get it done. And then if something else comes up in the meantime, that requires more people or something, then I'll do that. But I'm just trying to get done as much multiplayer as I can.
I'll probably have to pull a Snickle and just play the multiplayer when you guys do, and then come back to it.
Hey, I mean, I'm not gonna make comments where like if you get the multiplayer done, you got the platinum, because that's not true. But my whole take on doing multiplayer is like, if you have the chance to do it and get it done,
Get it done.
do it. Because if you play the game and 2 months later you go to do the multiplayer and you can't find a soul to do it, you really want to go organize and find random people? Probably not. So if you have the chance, like, probably, and you even have a thought of doing the game, you should probably just hop on and try to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Summer's coming too, so I'm gonna have all the time.
Yeah, I don't know how my summer's gonna look, but like during the week I'm gonna be playing like PS3 probably, and then during the weekend when I go places, I'll probably be playing the PS4, but I'll probably be playing like, that's why like I'm not worried about playing the show. Like the show's gonna be something that I play over the weekend for fun, or like the NBA Live games, or just like really like anything that like is grindy, like even going back to do like Red Dead Online or something, you know, or Red Dead 2 online, like just something that's like kind of grindy is probably what I'm going to be like focusing on the weekends. So
I think it's going to be a sit down conversation with us and figure out what exactly we want to play, all three of us, or all four, whoever we actually want to play, and what we want to get done first, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
the other games I need to get is the Dead Space light shooters, my gun game. Sorry, I'm just thought about it.
Yeah, Wave's just thinking out loud right now. But no, I mean that's what it'll come down to, and like when everyone's free, I want to try to plan to do things, but like the problem is like I don't know how you guys are, but like I don't like to move on to something else until I've finished what I'm working on.
Well, yeah, we got Enemy Front done, so Bioshock 2 should be next, in all honesty.
Yeah, and like I'm working on Grid Auto Sport, and like I can do other things, but like it's like, do I want to, or should I finish this? And then
I don't blame you.
I gotta help Waves finish Dark Awake, and then there's just like there's so many things, and I kind of want to just focus on one thing at a time and then move on.
One game at a time. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm good. You know what to do. You all you do is hit me up when you're ready. So
yeah. And we'll organize. Everyone will organize. If you guys are interested in doing any of like these big PS3 games, you're more than welcome to join. Just I would not join and then say, when are we doing this? Like just join and wait to be summoned, because I don't know when this is gonna happen, but it's gonna happen.
Well, we're not doing it right now.
Yeah. And then you're gonna get mad. So just join, wait to be summoned. Say you're interested, wait to be summoned, and then we'll go from there.
We do have an active game list. We should update that on the Discord as well, what games we want to do. And
I think that one's hidden, isn't it?
Huh?
I think that channel's hidden, isn't it, Snickle?
Yeah, it is, because it's the old list, but I need to update it to
we should
probably look through
update it and made it so everybody could talk in it. Then.
Yeah,
it's because it was acting weird, wasn't it, or something like that. Like it was telling you to like turn on advanced features and whatnot.
Yeah, I gotta look into it again, but it was there's like 300 games on here.
Because we could take off Mortal Kombat, Plants vs Zombies, Battlefront 2, Golf Club 2, and Last of Us Remastered. In all honesty.
Yeah, I mean we could take off where we'll like.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, these time
or place.
Yeah. But anyway, I guess what I'm trying to get at is if you're interested in doing the games, join, but don't like say when is this being done, because I'm telling you right now, I'm thinking about, I already have a list of like, what did I say, 95 games. So I'm already trying to figure that out in my brain. So trying to organize one of those 95 will come at some point, but I don't know when it's going to be.
And that's just PS3 with him.
I gotta be like Snickle and make a fucking game list on Excel like he always does.
I already did, but it's gonna come down to Snickle make a Google fucking calendar and put the days in, which I almost did one time. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
that was almost a thing that exists.
I remember joking about it, and then like you were actually thinking about doing it.
Yeah, I was like, honestly, not a bad idea, but
not really. Yeah. Anyway, no, we're getting off topic here.
Yeah,
like,
sorry.
No, there's like a bunch of PS3 games I want to do now. Like, obviously I have like a bunch of single player ones because that's mostly my thing. But
Alright, so PS3 multiplayer is priority. PS4 online is somewhat not really a priority, but we'll do it if we have enough people to get
Yeah,
it done.
you know what
for certain games.
I just think about it like if you think sorry, I know we're trying to move on to the next topic, but if you just think about the PS3 games and the multiplayers, like the capacity of those multiplayers compared to like the PS4 games that came out, like not even comparable. Like you're talking about PS4 multiplayer games, like that shit is not even compare. Like I'm pretty sure you could do like all PS4 multiplayer games in the time that you can do like 5 of the hardest PS3 multiplayer games. Like it's just
Honestly.
crazy to compare them.
It really is.
So I don't even know what like the hardest PS4 multiplayer. I mean, I guess a longest, like I guess you could say like Friday or like Evolve or I don't know, Predator's bad. Like the Crew was kind of annoying. I don't know.
Anthem was probably a big R&D.
Golf Club 2 was poo poo, but if you had
Oh my
people,
God.
like it was fine. But there's like I don't think like the PS4 doesn't even hold a candle to the
I feel
PS3
like it's only
multiplayers.
grindy, like if the game was made in mind to be grindy.
That is true. Yeah. I just
Like
feel
PS3, like really good single player games just had dumb fucking multiplayer for no reason.
yeah, I was just about to say that like that was a big thing in like the like mid to late PS3 generation or life cycle was like literally shoehorn a multiplayer in for anything. Like Batman Arkham Origins, hell yeah, we want a multiplayer. Like what?
Like it's crazy. It's crazy to
fuck.
think that like fucking back then, Assassin's Creed had a multiplayer.
It is
Right.
it is crazy to think that, but the other crazy thing about that is it actually worked.
It was actually like fun. Also,
Yeah. Like it was actually like a phenomenal thing to play. Like I played that shit for fun. Like that was one thing that I actually played for fun. And to be fair, I think Batman could be the same way, but the sad thing is I think a lot of this shit was shoehorned in and then people didn't take it seriously.
That's like the kind of cool thing about that though is like we got so many different like multiplayer experiences compared to like now where if it's a shooter it's obviously going to have a multiplayer and it's obviously going to be like Call of Duty-esque,
Yeah.
or it's going to be like some battle royale, or it's going to be like Overwatch or whatever where it's 5 people versus 5 people. Like back then, like you'd get some crazy ass like Dead Space 2 had a multiplayer mode that doesn't have trophies. Then there was the whole Batman Arkham City multiplayer. Like I feel like you never see like creative they were stupid multiplayer like for sure, but I don't think you'll ever see like the creativeness in multiplayer like it used to be back then.
No, they go I think like new games, like new and like current games, they try to be very like they just take the safe route. Like, oh, this works. We'll use that. I mean, like a good example, like you said, like Batman Arkham Origins, Assassin's Creed is a perfect example where like AC1 comes out, and then AC2 comes out, and then AC Brotherhood comes out, and it's like then they add the multiplayer, and it's like it was so in depth and it worked so well. Like, I really want them to bring back the competitive multiplayer in Assassin's Creed. I feel like I might actually play it if they were to bring it back.
I played the fuck out of Brotherhood.
Dude, I did too. Like that shit was so much fun. Like it was so much fun. Like the multiplayer was like just like almost like the single player. Like it was all about social stealth and like and acting like the AI and doing all that shit. Like it was so much fun. One like mode like that's newer in a Ubisoft game is when you hack people in Watch Dogs. It's the same way. You like hack someone and then you have to like kind of act like the AI. Like you can find a hiding spot to hide in, but like the best way to do it, I think, is to kind of like act like the AI and just like blend in. But I just think it's fun. Another game that I think about is like Hitman Absolution, like being able to like create your own contracts and shit is like such a cool concept. But yeah, like Wave said, like I mean, we'll obviously get stuff like that here and there, but I don't think we'll ever get crazy
Like
shoehorn
AAA
multiplayer games will never be a thing again.
Yeah, like AAA like games having like crazy like almost creative multiplayer.
Yeah,
I don't think will ever happen again.
like RE6.
Yeah, like RE6.
Like RE6, RE5, and RE6. If you guys have any like multiplayers like that, you should leave them below. Any like obscure multiplayers that you played that were just like any game that you were like, what, huh? Like this has a multiplayer, but it was actually kind of fun.
I think Turok had like a multiplayer mode where you could play as like the dinosaur.
Yeah, I did.
I was just about to say, there's a Singularity had multiplayer, and you could play as like different creatures. Like you could play as like the fucking spider, or like a giant, like a small, like a tiny little like insect. Like there was like multiple. You played as like a human on one side, but then you could play as like the creatures on the other side. It was kind of cool. But again, shoehorned in. So, all right. I'll say it. We can move on to the next one. PS3 Store and PS Vita Store aren't going down. Thank the Lords. I'm glad someone used their brain over at Sony. Let's move on to the next topic. Who's taking this one?
I guess I will take it. So the Days Gone 2 petition has reached 55,000 signatures. So it says Days Gone fans, but it's really just people overreacting, I guess.
Yeah.
Signing up for a sequel for Days Gone, 55,000 at this point. And the reason why is because of that Schreier article where he said that the Days Gone 2 pitch got rejected by Sony.
Damn, it's almost up to 60,000 signatures.
Oh, damn. I don't know. Like, cool, but
So wait, I'm gonna just pose a question, and it's tied into something else that came out this week, so we can segment around all we want to from, both of these. 60,000 people have signed this petition so far, almost.
Right.
Out of those 60,000 people, how many of them would buy Days Gone 2 day one?
Probably none of them.
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably like a good few of them for sure, but like I don't know.
To me, like that's what people don't understand. Like, yes, like people want to make good games, but at the end of the day, like Sony, like Bend, like any of them, they are a business. They're here to make money, and like you can sign and say we want a petition to make a new game, but if they make no money, there's no point to it. Like you could like. It's just absurd that people think that, oh, just because I'm signing this petition, like it's actually going to do, like it's not, okay? It's not. The numbers don't lie, and if they're not making money off something, they're not going to continue to do it. Like, well, imagine you're driving down the street every single day, and there's a person on the side of the road that's handing out lemonade for free, and then like 5 days later they're not there, and you're like, well, that's really fucked up. Where's the lemonade stand? I want my free lemonade. Like, they if they're not making money, they can't do that.
Well,
I probably wouldn't buy Days Gone 2.
Gone was they made a profit.
Yeah.
With the game. And I believe, who was it? Was it the director or whoever who made a comment that if you should buy it, if you want to support a game, buy it in the first week or whatever, or like day one when it's at its full price. I agree with him because I'm the same way. Yeah, I bought Days Gone when it came out. Did I play it all the way? No, but
my shit's still
I
in the wrapper.
bought it to support it.
I didn't buy it day one. I bought it on sale for $20, and like yeah. When the game came out, I wasn't looking forward to it.
Yeah, I mean,
well, and that's you though.
And
you
like,
weren't looking forward to it, so I don't blame you.
Yeah,
you know.
I mean, that's the whole thing. Like, obviously, some games are just gonna fail, and like, I don't know how I don't know where this love for Sony Bend is coming out of nowhere. When the game was coming out, people were making fun of them for working on Bubsy 3D, making fun of the game for being buggy, which. Fine, like, yeah, we made fun of Cyberpunk 2077. I don't even say we made fun of it, but we shit on Cyberpunk 2077 for being buggy. And it's like, the game didn't do well because it probably didn't deserve to do well. If you want me to be honest, I'm not saying that like Sony Bend did a shitty job, but the game was buggy when it came out.
Right.
It's a very uninteresting world, if you want me to be honest. How many times have we seen the zombie world trope? 1,000. The only thing that had going for it was the whole motorcycle thing.
Yeah, I mean,
and the hordes. I would say the hordes was a plus.
Yeah, I mean,
and the hordes.
Like the zombie trope has been like a big thing, but I think like recently it's kind of died off. Like we rarely get them, and like I agree, buying a game day one to support it is like that is a way to support it. Not just buying the game, but buying it when it's at its maximum price is like the best way to support it. And like I bought the game day one and it's still sitting in the wrapper, but like you should be doing that with any game that you really want or that you hear that you think you would like. Like I remember when, which like I regret it now, but like I remember when Need for Speed 2015 came out and they were like rebooting it and they're like, oh, there's going to be customization, there's going to be this, there's going to be that. And like I didn't, again, same made, not looking into anything, just like I'm fucking hype. Like they're doing what people want. And I bought it day one and I played it and I was like, this drives like dog shit. But like I supported it day one because it was doing what people were asking it to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is why I bought like Devil May Cry 5 3 times day one.
Yeah. This is my biggest question here. Out of all these people that signed this petition, how many of them actually played it or are asking for this like sequel after it came out on Plus and they play it on Plus because they got it for free?
I mean, there's probably a chunk of people like on PSMP. It's up to like 5,000 game owners this week, which I mean is not like super high, but I just
3.5 now.
It's just people like it's like how we said last time. Like people are so reactionary and like I don't like I said earlier. Like I don't know where this love for this game is coming out of nowhere. I don't know if it deserves a love. I'm not gonna shit on it because I haven't played it yet. I don't shit on the game until I played it.
Yep.
I'll shit on like another game for fun, and then I'll say like I'm joking or whatever. But like, I don't know where all this love for this game is just coming out of nowhere. Honestly.
I agree with you, but like I did for the parts of Days Gone I did play, I enjoyed it. So
I think that this is like the only game where I've actually like seen that happen waves where it's like, so the game before the game came out, I remember they were showing off like the horde shit, and I remember seeing it. I was super into it because again, there wasn't really too much like. There wasn't too many zombie games that were out or coming out. And I personally liked the whole environment that it had going because it gave off that like a realistic like zombie feel like you would see in like The Walking Dead or something. Like it felt like something that would be like realistic. And then I remember it came out and people just shit on it like hard. Like not as hard as Cyberpunk, but I would say like almost close to it. And then now that the game gets like now that people are saying it's not going to get a sequel, now everyone loves it. Like, what?
Now, like it's like now all of a sudden all the people I saw make joke videos on there are like, oh wow, this was an underappreciated masterpiece, and people should really give it a second try. It's like.
Yeah, well, when you just shit on it for so long, like who's gonna do that? Like,
right.
Yeah, and I agree. It is all reactionary. Like the second something happens, oh, we got to do something about it. Like, okay, I understand that to an extent, but like you can't do something about it when you're literally flip flopping from one side to the other. Like it doesn't work like that.
I know some of the positives for this game, for a trophy standpoint too. Is really nice. It actually has like a trophy tracking stats in its own menu in the game.
Yeah, that's nice.
For you to keep track of everything.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Sony Bend. I like Siphon Filter, and I like that Uncharted game that everybody shit on the Vita.
Oh, Fight for Fortune.
Not that one. The other one.
Oh,
the actual one. Golden Abyss.
Golden Abyss. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why did I completely forget Golden Abyss was a thing?
It's like I don't know, man. People are stupid.
No, I mean I agree. People are dumb, and like I just wish people wouldn't be so reactionary about everything. And I totally get like like Wave said, like if you play a game and you don't like it, like you should be able to shit on it. The other thing that I really don't like, which is just comes down to the internet, is people are just so vocal about like everything that happens, and like, and I've talked about this in the past with like how I think developers take people's word almost too like literally and too much to the heart, because everybody has an opinion and not everyone's opinion is going to be in line. Everyone's going to have a different opinion. Like that's how it works. Like it's rare that you're going to find someone that has the same exact opinion about things, and like you can't develop or like make decisions like depending on what everybody is saying.
Right.
It's I don't know, this got me thinking about like the whole Sony Japan thing also, because like I love a lot of the Sony Japan games. I like Rain and I like Puppeteer, even though we joke about it. But it's like it kind of happened to the same thing with Sony Japan when it got like reduced basically. It's like no wonder Sony like stopped funding these games. Like you guys, every single time they put out fucking Ho Hokum or fucking Doki Doki whatever, you guys all shit on it. It's like, why would they make a game if all they're gonna do is if everyone's I can't talk. If anything they're gonna do is just shit on it. Like, yeah, no wonder they stopped funding the entire studio, and now all of a sudden the same people are like shit on Sony Japan for The Last Guardian and shit like that. They're like, oh man, I'm really sad that it's gone and closed now. Well, like,
didn't Sony Japan make Knack too?
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, like that was like when Knack came out on the PS4. That was like people like Knack and Knack 2. People were like, well, first of all, when Knack came out, people were like, well, it was mainly because of Donkey, but they're like Knack baby. Like Knack was like a meme, and like I don't think Knack was a meme because it was necessarily a bad game.
Like, it was actually a good game.
It was actually a good game. And then it got a sequel, and, like, I don't know if it got as much love as the first one, but, like, I think, like, you have to take it this way. Like, when you have a company that puts so much, like, R&D and time and everything into a game, and then it comes out, and it gets any product, and it gets shit on, like, it doesn't motivate you to continue making that. And that's anything, like that's anything at all. If any of you were to make YouTube videos and every time you uploaded a YouTube video you got 10 dislikes and 1 like, do you think you would keep uploading YouTube videos? Like probably not, because it would not motivate you, and it would just show that people don't like that stuff. Like that's just feedback. And then imagine you do that and then the person's like, well, I'm gonna stop doing this, and then next thing you know people are like, but why? We love what you do. Like what? Are you sure?
It's just like, I don't understand these people. Like,
no, it's a flip-flop. Like, that's what it is. It's a flip-flop. And now that something happened, like, I don't know if people aren't serious. People are serious. Like, if you're going to shit on a game and then they say they're not going to make a sequel and you're like, it's a phenomenal game. Well, what word are we supposed to take? Because you just said that you just shit on the game, and now you're saying it's the best game ever. So what are we taking? Or is your word just not fucking valid because you can't make your mind up? Like, which one is it? What are we dealing with here? We got 3 options.
Exactly.
And now you just look like an asshat because you said it was shit. Now you're saying it's good, and now you want people to take you serious. But what are we taking you serious for? Like...
And then what's funny is that then they flip-flopped again when I think his name is John Garvin or something like that. When he said the whole, like, hey, if you want to support a game, buy it at launch. Yeah, buy it at $60.
Yeah, and then people are like, why the fuck would I buy that at $60? Like, why would I buy something at $60? What do you mean? Do you even know, like, what you people are saying?
And, like, people were like, well, don't release a buggy game. It's like, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean...
But now all of a sudden saying, like, oh, it's a masterpiece, and now flip-flopping again because you're like, oh, because John Garvin told you, like, hey, our game's not going to get funded if you don't buy it on day one. Like, yeah. I mean... If your game doesn't make like, even if there's profit, and then there's Sony profit, or, like, first party Sony profit. To probably get a game greenlit at Sony, you have to be making like God of War or Last of Us 2 money.
Right.
Not Days Gone where you probably only just barely broke profit.
Yeah.
You know?
No, yeah, I agree. And yeah, I mean, people really do flip-flop back and forth, and like I think that's definitely has to be the most irritating part, like between all of everything that's going on. And I just don't get it either. So I don't think we'll be seeing a Days Gone 2, and I don't know what these people are doing. I agree. I completely agree. If a new game comes out, you should support it. And sad to say this, you guys can agree, you can disagree, you can agree to disagree, whatever you want. It's a sad norm that we have to deal with nowadays. But with games having the ability to have patches, I think it's just something that you should accept, that a game is going to come out and it's not going to be perfect. Mm-hmm. Like, it's sad to admit, but I just think that it's something that it's going to happen all the time now. And it should just be a normal thing. And
not even just that, like, I think you should just accept that, like, fucking any game is not going to be perfect. Like, no. Even games back in the day weren't perfect, you know?
No, I agree. Like, games back in the day, like, I mean, yeah, they may not have had, like, game-breaking bugs and stuff that, like, you didn't know about, but, like, there was probably other things that were happening that you may not even have known about, but somebody else did. But much like that happens nowadays. People say that all this crazy shit happens, and it happens to, like, 1 in a million. So, you know, is it actually happening? But because one person's complaining, it turns into a shit show.
Yeah.
But, like, again, it's just, like, a sad thing that we have to deal with. Like, games come out and they're buggy. So, if you want to support a game, then you should buy it day one. I get that that's a hard decision to make sometimes when a game does come out and it is getting reviewed bad, or it is buggy, or people are shitting on it. But, like, if that's the case, then you have to make that decision.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And, like, I mean, sadly, that's just how it is sometimes. Like, one of my favorite games is God Hand. I'll never see a God Hand 2. That game was hit with, like, 2 out of 10s when it came out in, like, 2003 or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's just what happens. It sucks, but it happens. There's, like, a bunch of games. Like, I'm sure Snickle has, like, a bunch of games that he would wish had, like, a second installment or even a third installment.
Yep. I'm
sure Brian does, too.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, the game didn't sell well when it came out. It's like, what can you do?
Yeah. And I think one thing in gaming journalism that should be normalized nowadays in regards to, like, what's kind of going on here is, like, games should be reviewed at launch, and then games should be reviewed, like, when the developer should make a statement or, like, talk to reviewers and say, like, this is the final patch or whatever. You know what I mean? Because there is a complete difference. Like, if you're comparing Days Gone to launch to Days Gone now, it's probably light and day. It's going to be the same thing with Cyberpunk 2077 whenever the fuck it's fixed. If you compare a review to Cyberpunk 2077 to when it launched to, like, I don't know, 2 years after it launches, whenever it's fixed, like, they're not even going to be comparable reviews because they're going to be completely different games. So is it fair to review Cyberpunk 2077 when it's a buggy mess compared to when it's fixed and maybe it is a masterpiece? Is that really fair? I mean, I don't know. I think that that's another thing that should be looked at, but I think that would require too much work, so I don't think it would ever happen.
And then you go into, like, other stuff like Destiny. Like, the first Destiny is that Destiny. I forget what the new one is. Iron Lords, like the newest expansion of Destiny 1 was.
I think, yeah, it's Iron.
Yeah, Iron Lords is nothing compared to, like, how the vanilla Destiny was.
Rise of Iron,
yeah. Like, that is nothing compared to, like, the first year of Destiny 1. And, like, now you're starting to see that, like, seep into, like, single player games like Valhalla.
Yeah.
And
which, by the way, I think that DLC got delayed.
Nice.
So maybe it'll never come out. I don't know. I mean, that'd be cool with me. No, but I agree. I mean, when you compare a game, especially a game that's, saying it's a games as a service, when you compare the vanilla to when it's fully out, I mean, it's not even comparable. So is it fair to really review it vanilla compared to, 2-3 years after launch when all of the content is out?
It's like with Siege, like people did not like Siege when it first came out.
Now it's like a beloved game.
Yeah, now it's like the biggest fucking esports game.
So I think that like this, like the Days Gone thing is like a perfect example of that, because would the reviews be different if people were to review it today than when it launched? I don't know.
Probably. I remember the other thing that people were... I won't get into this part.
No, get into it. What?
It's like, it's a bunch of like politics shit. And it's like they were calling it like, oh, it's just another white dude in the video games. Like, nowhere in the game does it ever say like he's like a racist or anything like that.
No, I
don't know like how people got the idea of that. And that's just a thing that's happening now too. Like, I remember Doom Eternal got hit with shit like that with when they were like, there was like a thing on the side where they say, don't call them demons, call them a soul challenged or something like that.
Like, what the hell does
like
it matter?
making fun of the whole like proper like names for stuff.
Him, her bullshit.
Not that, like the
he, she.
Don't call them illegal aliens. Call them.
Okay, yeah. I get what you're saying. Yeah. It's just sensitivity BS.
Yeah, it's.
If you call me the wrong thing, I'm going to cry.
I remember that was happening during that.
It's politically correct. Yeah.
Politically correct. Yeah.
And like nowhere in the game does it ever like imply that like.
I hate when people do that, when they like infer those types of, like, they make their own like they infer their own decision that they make, and then they push it on everyone else and then they have like nothing to like back it up. Like,
obviously there are some games that are like that, and they're trying to push some like political message or whatever. Like, there's 1997 Revolution, which is all about. Not 1997, 1979 Revolution, which is all about like the Iranian Revolution and like the struggles and all that. Like, obviously there are games that talk about that, and like, fine, sure, they can talk about that. But like, when you're just saying like, oh, this guy's a white guy, so that means it's a racist. Yeah. That's just like, chill, my dude.
No, yeah. I mean, I agree. But I think that that's just, sadly, again, just the norm nowadays. So, yeah, I don't think we'll see a Days Gone 2. Is it sad? I don't know. I still have not played the game. I've not really like watched anything on it. I remember when it came out seeing things, but that's about it. I haven't seen anything recently. I mean, these people that are saying it's a masterpiece, I've not like read articles that have said that, other than people in the comments saying it's a masterpiece. So I can't really take anybody's word.
Yeah, I wouldn't hold my breath for Days Gone 2 to ever come out.
So maybe I can infer my own decision when the game comes, or when I decide to play it at some point.
10 years from now.
Hey, it'll be retro at that point.
I was honestly thinking about playing it recently because of all the shit that was going on.
This reminds me. I remember I bought this game day one and I didn't even play.
You know what made me laugh? You know what made me laugh about that? We bought Zombie Army 4 day one, obviously. And then they gave it for free on Plus. So I just downloaded the Plus version. I'm just gonna leave Zombie Army 4 in the Saran wrap.
Dude, that's fine, but this is the thing. That's a perfect example. So yes, we convinced ourselves to buy it and never played it, which I do want to play it. But at the same time, like, I played and Waves played. Did you play, Brian, Zombie Army Trilogy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like we've all played Sniper Elite, so like we know it's a good game. So we know that this is a good game, and like this is something that we want more of. So we supported it day one. And the other thing was it wasn't full price, which was kind of nice too. But
it was $40.
Mm-hmm.
But like that's a perfect example. Yeah, that's a perfect example. Like we all liked it, so we bought it. Just like you should if you like a game. I mean, it's kind of hard with Days Gone because it was a new IP. But you like zombies, buy it. You tired of zombies, don't buy it. Like
okay, Returnal, new IP. I don't know what to expect. I'm buying it because it caught my interest. RE8, hell fucking yes, day one. And Ratchet and Clank, yes, day fucking one.
I mean, it's also just the reality of like the overblown budgets and shit of now. Like, unless the game does like a shit ton of money, like you're not gonna see a second game being greenlit.
Yeah,
and unless they find like some way to make games, like making games not so ridiculously expensive and also not take so much time, this will be the norm, and like that just means less games are probably going to be made in the AAA market, at least.
Yeah, it's definitely hard with like new IPs though to kind of like pull the trigger. So just do your research. You know what game I would have been? I mean, I didn't play it, but from what I heard from you guys, you know what game I would have been pissed if I bought day one?
What?
Control.
Yep.
What's funny is I was
pissed at that game and I got it for free.
What's funny is I was really looking forward to that game because I like the whole like weird sci-fi shit.
Oh,
but like that game just puts me like to sleep, and I don't know why. Like,
I love that weird sci-fi stuff, or like almost like superhero-esque like situation, like the whole thing that like Infamous, the whole vibe of Infamous to me is like cool because if you think about it, like Cole is a superhero.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what it comes down to. So it is a superhero game, but like I like games that are like that, like sci-fi stuff like that.
I feel like the thing with Control was like pretentious in a way, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Where it's like, oh look, we're so deep and weird and like like I don't know how to explain it. Like it just felt pretentious.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
No, it does.
And the thing with Cole, like with Infamous, is like, hey, we're trying to be a comic book and whatever. It's like, have fun.
Yeah, that is true. That's a good point. It's almost like taking yourself too serious. Like, calm down.
Yeah.
You ain't out here like winning a fucking whatever Emmy or whatever the fuck you would get. Like, calm down.
Then it's just like, if you're gonna do that, like try to keep it consistent throughout the entire game, because it's kind of weird when like you're being serious and like pretentious and shit, and then out of nowhere you get hit with like, oh, here's a level and it's like arcade style and there's these beep boops like that you'd hear in an arcade game. Like, it's fucking weird.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Plus, Infamous story is fucking A1.
Infamous is good.
All right, let's move on to let's try to wrap this up, move on to our final topic, because I just saw the time that we're rolling into, and for some reason, this is just now the lucky number, so... we have a viewer-submitted topic from Hannibal9090, and his question is, if Xbox said they would transfer all your games and turn trophies into achievement points, except for PlayStation exclusives, would we switch?
No.
Nope. Unless I get that fucking fat check from Phil Spencer, and I'm talking 6 digits.
If we're talking like serious, no.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing on Xbox that I care about, unless... Like, even then, it's also, like, I have a PC, and I'm already playing games on my PC, so, like, if for some reason I just want to stop playing third-party games on my PS5, I'll just stop playing them on that and play them on my PC, and I'll keep my PS5 for exclusives. So it's like, it's not a big deal to me.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of, for me, like, I would have to say no now, but I think it also kind of depends on, like, last week, I might have been, like, actually, yeah, maybe, like, huh? Yeah. I think it depends on it depends on the path forward for me for what Sony does.
Mm-hmm.
Because the whole thing with them shutting the store down just pissed me off, and, like, even, like, the week before it pissed me off when it originally got announced, because, like, well, it was, like, leaked, but there was no details, and it scared me in the fact of, like, if they can just take your whole digital library away, that's kind of scary. So I would say, like, for me, no right now, but we would just have to wait to see where the future goes.
I mean, last week I got close to just being like fuck buying games on like the PlayStation and just buying them on my PC instead. Because like remember the whole like CMOS battery thing we talked about?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's on the PS5 also.
Yeah, I was
if
reading
that
something
shit-
about that, and so apparently that is only affected when your, like, console is, like, physically unplugged or something, and
No,
and not powered.
so this is how it works. If the battery dies in the console itself, the one that keeps track of like the actual time, not the console time. If that one dies, then the time has to be set through PSN, and I think it's a daily thing. So every time you play it, or every time you play a game or something like that. So if for some reason PSN were to go down, or like years from now PSN was to be shut down or whatever, without being able to connect onto PSN, we're not even talking just digital games. Your physical games would be unplayable also, unless you hacked your PS4 or your PS5.
Okay.
Yeah, but I was reading something about that battery where, like, it's not always running or something. I don't remember, like, the exact details that I was reading, but it was basically saying, like, it's not always running.
So the lifespan of the battery is a lot longer than what we all expect.
I mean, yeah, like, from what I saw, like, don't take my word. I didn't do, like, hardcore research. This is just, like, when I was skimming through, it seemed like the battery, like, when your PS4 is on and, like, running, the battery isn't running, but, like, it's like when the PS4 is, like, not powered is when that battery, like, kicks in.
I've heard other things. I don't know. I'll do more research on it.
Again,
I'm
I just
curious.
skimmed through, so, like, and I don't know the credibility of, like, what I was reading, so that was just kind of like that's the concept that I was understanding from what I read.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if you want to be honest, if I stopped trophy hunting, like, if something was to happen and I would stop trophy hunting, I wouldn't achievement hunt. I would just stop.
Yeah, I would. Like I said, I would probably just play games on my PC. Like, I don't think that whole 100% mindset I have in my head will probably still be in there, but it will probably be only for like games that I really like. Like, recently I got all the Steam achievements for Crash, because I got Crash 1, 2, and 3 for free on Steam. So I just did that, and like, I don't really care why I play my games. If you want me to be honest, I could leave PlayStation tomorrow. Like, I know we're a PlayStation podcast, but I could leave PlayStation tomorrow, and then I would not be, like, hurt in any way. Like, financially, I guess I would be, because I wouldn't have all my games. but I'm fine just playing on my PC for, like, the rest of my life if I have to.
I mean, I would just, like, I don't even know if I would continue to, like, even play. Like, I might even just, like, stop gaming. Like, I don't think I could, like, cold turkey stop gaming altogether, but, like, I definitely wouldn't game as much as I game now. Like, I would be doing something else with my free time. Like, I don't know, golfing, working on my car, doing other things.
I would probably...
Sleeping, yeah.
I would still be playing games, but they would be, like, stupid, weird games on Steam.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that, like, brings up another question of, like, why do we even do this in the first place, but That's like an in-depth
I mean,
thing. I think we've already talked about that, but like, why do we continue to do it? I don't know. Like, why am I stupid and do like multiplayers? I don't know.
I feel like I do it for two things. It's like one's like sense of like I guess it's sense of community. Like I've made friends through this, and like I have fun talking to them. Like obviously I have fun talking to y'all about this.
Mm-hmm.
And like two, I genuinely do enjoy it. Like I do like hearing the fucking plat pop and all that shit.
Mm.
But it's like, if for some reason tomorrow Sony was like, "Hey, we're done with trophies. No more trophies." Like, as my life wouldn't be over. I'd just be like, "All right, it's done. I'll just play. I'll just be playing games."
Yeah. Yeah, I don't.
I'm not letting like trophies run my life for me.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
I would probably still play games, and I don't know like what I would play, but I don't know. I don't know if I would like play Call of Duty. I would definitely play like Rocket League probably still, but yeah, I wouldn't be playing like obscure ass games. Like that's one thing that I do really appreciate trophies for is it like did introduce me into like more obscure games, even though like before I was playing obscure games, but like not as obscure as like stuff that I play now. Like I feel like
Mm-hmm.
it's really introduced me to games that like I don't even know if I would have even like known or bought or like anything like that. Like we were talking about like Puppeteer, like Jurassic the Hunted, like really like anything, like any like crazy ass game. I don't know if I would ever play it if it wasn't for trophies.
Yeah, same for me, honestly.
And there is like for me personally, I don't know if you guys are the same way, but like me personally, like yes, it's very satisfying to get a platinum trophy, obviously. But like I think I personally get more satisfaction out of doing like multiplayer, like not grindy, but like doing multiplayer things. Like I'll never, there will never be a game that gave me like the rush that Killzone 2 did when I was doing it. And it wasn't the rush of doing it every single day. It was the rush of that Sunday when the leaderboard reset came around and you were sitting on the edge of the seat to see if you got in the top 1%. To see like if your hard work paid off. Like that rush was like unlike anything that I think I've ever gotten from a game before or like from gaming.
I've also used like trophies in a way to say like I've done everything the developer has wanted me to do. Cause like I'm fucking weird. I'll probably like games too much. But like that kind of plays into the whole like thing of like if tomorrow PSN had gone down, like I would still be playing games the way I do now because I just love video games.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the same way. I've always played. I mean, that's why I got into trophies in the first place. Was like that's how I always played. And I agree. Like I like to try to unlock everything that a developer would like make. And like that's one of the things that like doing multiplayer, some like grindy multiplayer games make you do is like unlocking all of that stuff, or you know, getting to that level or unlocking that item or whatever it be, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Check even a game having like a checklist through it and checking off everything that's in the menu. Like that's just something that like I think I've definitely always done. That's why Assassin's Creed Odyssey literally gave me an aneurysm, because you didn't have to do that. And I was about to go crazy.
The thing that like disappoints me now is like one thing that I used to love, like whenever you 100% a game or whatever back in the day, was you'd unlock extras and like you'd see how they like behind the scenes and shit like that. You'd see how they made like certain stuff. Like one of my favorite things was God of War 3.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was once you did all the challenges.
Yep.
Mm.
They showed you how they did the blood effects in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And the way they did it was they got condoms and put like jello in them and then like stretched them out to the point that they exploded, and that's how they got like the blood effect for God of War 3.
That's crazy.
It's like,
Yeah.
I mean, like seeing shit like that when I was a kid made me want to like do games even more. And like that's one thing that like now you don't see at all, and I feel like I hate that it's not there anymore.
Yeah, I think a lot of games don't. They do give you that platinum, but they don't give you like that unlockable, which is one thing that I love about RE7 is like when you do things, you beat the game under 4 hours. You beat the game on hard. Like when you do that shit, you unlock stuff to like continue playing the game to make it like a whole different experience.
Mm-hmm.
Which is like, I think that that's fun personally.
Wow, a
Yeah,
game
like-
that actually rewards you for doing shit different.
Yeah, other than trophies, yeah.
Mhm.
It's like all those Capcom games are like good with stuff like that, like new costumes or like stupid weapons and shit like that.
Yeah, that was the fun thing. Like the early AC games were like that, where you would like do everything or like do certain things and get certain costumes or certain this or it wasn't like a now everything's like microtransaction based to make a quick buck, but stuff is definitely like shifted. But
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't go to Xbox to answer the question, but I would I don't know what I don't know what I would do.
I don't think I'll go to Xbox. So.
I wouldn't go to Xbox. I'd just go to PC.
I mean
I'd probably just be completely on PC.
the hard thing for me would be like having invested so much time into like making like videos, because I don't make videos like specifically for trophies. That's just like the next like thing. Like I really enjoy making like collectible guides, because like I really do enjoy like doing that stuff. And like I don't know, that's what I've always enjoyed doing, and I've always enjoyed like helping people. That's why like I make multiplayer guides and how to platinums and stuff, because I've always enjoyed helping people. So like investing so much time and then being like, oh, that's getting all thrown out the window now. I don't know how I would feel about that, but and I also really like talking about trophies. So I love getting me a good notification.
Oh,
There's also the thing about the platinum, like none of the other like notification like collecting stuff has like the platinum, you know.
That is
Like
true.
PlayStation is the only one
Yeah, like
where like you get awarded for getting everything.
yeah, like Xbox, you just get 1000G, but like it doesn't give you something else or like anything else. Like fucking Apple Game Center.
and
like-
shit, you even get an email sometimes from Sony saying congratulations on getting the platinum in that game.
Steam achievements, like yeah, nothing. That is a good point. Nothing has like
Steam achievements has them, but it's just like it's not called like anything else. It's just like Yakuza 0 on Steam has it, but it's because they literally just grabbed the PS4 trophy list and just threw it on Steam.
yeah.
It's not like they all have different like rarities in it, like not rarities but like levels and shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally just called platinum. Like I don't know what it is. Like it's a different trophy. It looks all sparkly and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that is a good point. I've never really thought of that, but that's a good question. It's definitely a good question.
Got us thinking on why we do this shit.
No, it really does, because I mean, it's not something that I commonly think about, but it is something that like crosses my mind like every so often. Like, oh, why am I playing all of these games? Like, why am I doing all of this? But I don't know. I do really enjoy games, so I guess that's definitely part of it. And I do, like I said, I do really enjoy making like content to help people on YouTube, and I do like talking about trophies, so that's why I like making like platinum videos and trophy talks and everything, because I like to like just talk to people about it. So
I mean, I can like sit down and like be like, why do I play games in general? You know, and
well, the
I
funny
could probably convince myself in a way to like, hey, like I'm wasting my life away behind this like computer monitor.
well, it was
But
funny.
it's what
funny.
I enjoy.
Yeah, I was just about to say that, because do you remember like a few months ago that was like something that came up, and so people were basically saying people who play video games are like wasting their life. They're like wasting their time or something. And it's like,
Yeah.
if you think about it, anything you do is wasting time. Like you going out to watch a football game is wasting time. You going to play a round of golf is wasting time. Like anything you do is a waste of time if you're not making like money from it. If it makes you all that matters is, does it make you happy? I shouldn't even say money. The reason why I say money is because most times for a majority of people, if you're financially comfortable, you're typically that helps you to be happier. But
it's you hit it right there. Like also like, what is a waste of time, right? Like to us three, we could probably find different reasons onto what a waste of time is.
mm-hmm.
Now imagine like the entire 7.9 billion people on this planet, they could all tell you different reasons on what is a waste of time. So what is a waste of time? To me, I feel like I'm not wasting my time. Like I only have, from what I know, I only have this one life on Earth. I want to do it doing the things I enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what I enjoy, and this is what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Other people enjoy getting hit in the face by baseballs. Other people enjoy doing other shit. This is what I enjoy.
Yeah, I mean, if it
I'm
makes,
not gonna let
I
it-
guess it comes down to if it makes you happy. Like, I think happiness is like the most important part of it all.
Now, I'm not saying don't let like games or even trophy hunting run your life. Also,
No.
like if you have a chance to go for that dream job or that fucking or that girl that you've been waiting to date or whatever for like the longest time, like take your chance. Don't be like, oh, I signed up for a boost today, I gotta go and do that.
No, yeah, I agree. You should do whatever is going to make you happy, or whatever you think is going to make you happy. So I think that that's the most important thing when it comes down to it. And like I said, like the whole like job thing, right? Like most people find happiness in being in a financially stable place. So any way that they can make money makes them happy because then they're financially stable. Other people don't give a shit about that. They only care about what will actually make them happy. And different things make different people happy. So it just depends on like what makes you happy.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know about like your guys' friends, but like if I was to tell my friends like, yeah, I haven't like straight up said like I trophy hunt because I don't know if they would know what that means. But like if you were to tell any normal person that plays a game every day, like who signs on to play Warzone every day, they would probably look at you like you had 3 heads. But that doesn't make them happy. But guess what? That's what makes me happy. So that's why I do it. That's why we do it.
Yeah, I mean, I've had friends look at my trophy list before and be like, dude, how do you have the time for this stuff and stuff like that? And like, it's funny like going from those friends and then coming here, because like here I'm like, if you look at my ranking or whatever, my completion like percentage, my shit's list. I mean, my list is shit.
Cannot talk today.
I really can't. My list is shit. But like you go out and like I show my friends, I'm like, oh yeah, I've got like, what is it right now? 95 platinums. They'll be like, how do you have time to do that shit? It's like, but I come here, it's like, oh, you only have 95.
No, I mean that's true. And I've had people that like don't trophy hunt say like shit like that. They'll be like, well, how do you have so many people I used to play like Destiny with all the time would say that shit, like, how do you have so many platinums, blah 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 blah. And it's like, I don't play Destiny all day.
Right.
That's what it comes down to. You spend 12 hours a day playing Destiny. I spend 12 hours a day playing RE7. There's a difference there. So
yeah.
Damn, this shit got deep real quick.
Yeah.
It really did.
This shit got deep real quick, so I think it's about time we end it.
Yeah.
But
I really agree.
Thank you guys all for watching. Thank you for the comment, or the topic, I should say. If you guys have any other topics, it can be anything you want to. It could be trophy related, life related, wife related,
Probably not life related.
wife or life related, whatever it is, you can leave it below. We'll pick 1 to 2 a podcast, and we will discuss them. We will obviously give credit as well. So again, thank you guys for stopping by. Appreciate it. Check all the socials out in the description below, and I'm peacing out. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah. See ya.
See ya.
I'm about to go take a fat piss.